Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
Now we are.
Tú ready, man?
We're live. We're right.
Tú ready, man? Tú ready, man?
Go ahead, Frank.
Okay. Big man, trying to make some big bucks. You know something about cocaine? Dígame. I know some couple Colombians up the block. No, that's all I know. Right? That's from Scarface. That's from Scarface.
What's up? We got our guy Jesse sitting in today, just hanging. Jesse's been here a lot actually lately. Jesse, Jesse now I guess is not going to be coming here as much. Jesse just spent the money and went out and got his own sauna for his backyard, but he's been coming here and using Frankie's, and I guess what's happened now is I've taken your spot, pal.
Oh no,
I've been here the last 2 nights. I've never done a sauna before in my life, but
I got the big fella in the sauna.
Came the last two nights and did it, and I can get into it, man. It's kind of cool. I'm not a heat guy,
How about this? How about this? Roger's a big dude, right?
Yeah.
He fit in my fucking shorts.
He
fit in my fucking shorts.
yeah. Well, the first day I went in, I wasn't planning. I was just here, and he's like, "You want to go in? I'm going in now." I was like, "Bro, I don't have shorts." And this kid runs. It's not like I want to strip down to my underwear. His kids are running around and shit. So he's like, "Let me see if I got something." He comes out with a blue. They were Velcro, and I got them just connected, but they did work.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man.
How you liking it though?
I
did. Listen, temp and how long?
I don't like the heat, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, but listen. If it's, I'll suffer and I'll endure. If it's good for me, I'll suffer and I'll endure. So, what helped was if you told me to go in there by myself, it'd be rough. But having somebody to talk to, the time goes by. You know, you just bullshit. I just kept talking. The time goes by.
The time goes by so much faster when you're with somebody.
Oh, most definitely. And breathing. So you just bring it. That's what I realized, right?
That's the thing though. When you got someone you're talking, you're not breathing. Yeah. You're really not breathing.
Right.
I mean, you are breathing obviously, but I mean, you're fucking talking out of your mouth. You're breathing through your mouth a lot.
Right.
I'll be honest. So I went in a couple weeks ago with you. It was my first time smoking and going in, and I'm not the same when I smoke, right? I don't know what it is. So we hop in. He's like, "Yo, I got it up to 185. You know, it's already rocking." So we get in there, and like 5 minutes goes by, and I'm like, "Oh man, I can't breathe." I'm thinking about this is going in my head. I'm like, "No, man up, bro. Just do it." And then I ended up telling him. He's like, "Yeah, just breathe. You'll be good." You know what I mean? And I thought every part of me wanted to exit that sauna. But I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. But like that's just
because I was in there.
That's
right. If you were by yourself, you'd have walked out.
No,
I
don't think I would have.
No,
I think I would have done the time because
right.
if I had a set time, I would have done it for 25 minutes at home because I even had these thoughts at home. So I smoked again, took an edible again, and I wanted to see if I could do it because like that's a big accomplishment for me that way because I'm a totally different human.
Yeah,
I would never even skydive like that.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense.
No, but like this is the stressor though for the body, and your body's telling you like, "Yo, get out of here." You can't breathe. You know what I mean? You need some water. It comes with all these fake scenarios.
Well, actually, I told you I sent it to you the thing around the Patrick. I think
you did.
With the benefits of sauna, like. You know, like they say, oh yeah, we release dopamine, you know, when you work out, or endorphins when you work out. Those are the good things. But you also, when you work out too hard, we release other chemicals that make us say, yo, slow the fuck down.
True.
So that's your mind needs to tell those chemicals, right. We still rocking, baby. You know what I mean?
Bro. The power of the body is amazing, right? Mind over the mind.
It's really
you don't. Think
everyone says your body will go further than your mind
when you're in the presence.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons, but when you're in the presence of Frankie Edgar, you don't try to turn up a notch or hang a little harder just because you're fucking around this guy.
Of course, I was telling Vasily that the other day. I was like, I would never I would have passed out in that sauna before I fucking got out of there.
When you did the strength and conditioning too, you were telling me, bro, you were like, bro, he's fucking intense. He's 41 years old, but I mean, I'm man enough to admit I definitely turn it up a fucking notch, probably more than I definitely would if I was by myself. Just first, he's gonna fucking break my balls on the show, call me a pussy. Yeah. Secondly, I just don't want to come across like a bitch. You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm man it up. But we jumped into the pool, which it really isn't that cold. It's maybe like 50 degrees, but it's from going to 190 to 50.
Chilly, though.
But I could stay in there all day. I like cold. I don't like heat.
You got
I love heat.
You got a little cushion. You got a little
insulation.
Insulation.
I have none though, so think about that.
True.
My hands always run cold.
Your hands
My
are
feet are
cold.
always cold, right? I have only 3% body fat for the past like 5 years.
Yeah.
They say that's unhealthy.
Yeah, you're all cock.
Is he?
God.
Is he wearing your Benoit balls?
My Benoit ball?
Benoit beads around your neck?
What are the Benoit beads?
Yeah, you lost me. What is that?
Never heard of Benoit ball, Benoit beads?
Never.
No,
I know who Chris.
neither.
I know who Chris Benoit
They
is.
put them up your ass or
Of course,
something.
you would know.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Pretty sure.
I thought they just called those anal
right?
beads.
Isn't that?
I thought it was anal beads.
I thought that was just anal beads.
Yeah, they're called Benoit balls, right? Or Benoit beads.
He knows the
Yeah,
definition.
Benoit
Very
beads.
specific. He's very
Alright.
specific.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Hey,
Probably in some comedy or
Listen,
something.
since we're on the subject, I think I showed you a picture of it the other day when I was here. You know they have something now. They market it. I don't know if it's sold on Amazon, but probably because they sell everything. It's called the butt baby.
God.
What is a butt baby?
And if you're in a I guess a gay relationship or you're trans and you want to mimic childbirth, you can buy this thing. You can shove it up your ass and you can give birth to it. It looks like a baby. Yeah.
No, there's a white one. Then there's like
I don't really have words for that.
Listen. There's a white one. There's like a dark brown one, and then there's like a black one. Like not like a black person. I mean, like it's like fucking black. Like there's no people that color.
It's just a turd.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, it's
At
crazy.
that point, it's just a turd.
It's crazy.
Yeah, let me read it to you. Go ahead. Carry the show. there, Frank.
You're gonna read it?
Oh, it's a whole ad that goes with
Carry
it,
the
bro.
show.
Hang on.
Oh no.
No, yeah, it's pretty. Is that real though? I don't know if
It's 100% real.
No, it's fucking from Roger's TikTok.
no,
it
I
must
saw-
be 100%
No,
authentic.
I saw the Hodge twins. The Hodge twins are talking about it. I follow them. I like them.
Yeah, they're funny.
They are funny, man. They have a delivery that's really. They're
They're like the Bash Brother. Like,
Yeah.
they
They
run like
are.
They just have a good. They play off each other well, and they have
Yeah.
a really good delivery. And everything's kind of in the name of comedy with them, so they can.
Yeah, right.
They,
They
can
can
push.
push the
They can
envelope.
push the envelope a little bit. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
All right, so here it is. This is the advertisement. The butt baby, a prosthetic baby that can be inserted deep into the loving embrace of the rectum.
the loving embrace.
Where a trans woman can experience and celebrate the miracle of childbirth. It comes in white, brown.
So did
and
they leave it in there?
Bushman of the Kalahari is the color you were
Oh
talking
my
about.
goodness!
That's what it's
Bushman.
called,
I don't even think I've never seen someone that color. Bro.
Item
I'm sorry.
details. Doesn't have a price though. I know you're interested.
No, but I'm saying, is it like staying
Wait
there
a
for
minute.
9 months?
$343.82. Is that true? No way. Is that what that says, or am I crazy?
Oh God.
Yeah.
How could that
Frankie,
be?
I see what you're talking about now.
CA. What
Yeah,
kind
well,
of?
they probably only sell in
jeez.
California, probably.
It's California. I mean,
I don't
does that
know.
mean California?
I
Or
don't
is that
know.
a country?
That's like the black hole dork, though. I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about
that's
now.
not even- there's
that's
no-
not even. That's not a comparison.
No, that's not a person.
No.
No one's that color.
And people are. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. If you want to do that, I'm going to say. I was going to say something, but no. If you want to do that, go
Yeah,
ahead.
in the privacy of your own home. You
Have-
start doing it in my
have-
kid's school,
yeah.
and that's where I take.
Don't share it with
Yeah,
anybody.
you do it in your
But I
own
want
home.
to know, like,
I
they
don't
put
care.
it in for 9 months?
I don't know how long. But
Bro,
they
you
got
gotta poop.
Get
You
it out.
can't keep it in for 9
You
months.
can't.
Yeah.
Like just slide around it.
That's how much pain.
Can't
it
slide
was.
it out around it.
Unless you're floating some mud biscuits, I
Oh.
don't think so.
So is wait, but is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be like an erotic, like a sexual thing.
No,
Or,
I think it's
Painful.
so then
They
then-
want to
Painful, right?
conceptualize as close as they can. I'm guessing at this childbirth, and how else are you going to do it? They're replicating childbirth. They don't have a vagina or a uterus, so how else are you going to do
And
it?
you know
Well,
damn
but
well
it's
that's
not really
painful.
replicating it at all. It's putting
To them,
something
it
in your
is.
no. That's
Well,
it's
it's-
putting
You
something
got
in your ass.
imagination, bro.
Right.
Imagination.
But it's-
They're
I mean,
imagining.
the
I
whole
don't
world-
know,
the whole
bro.
world is kind
I mean,
of-
I guess so. I guess
I'm with you.
but
I don't know.
But again,
I don't even know how we got here. How did
Privacy
we
of your own
get
home. Privacy of your own home. I don't care. You start
How
doing
did we
that
get
stuff
here?
in public schools, it's a fucking problem.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
Craziness.
Yeah, but how did we get to that? That's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you came across. Oh, the Hodge twins. That's right.
Yeah, they were talking about it. And I was like, this can't be a real thing because, like I said, they're mostly comedic delivery.
Roger said he wants twins.
Yeah, triplets.
He wants one of every color.
Oh man.
You guys, have you been watching the Darryl Brooks Waukesha trial from Christmas of 2021?
I just seen some stuff, but I haven't been watching.
Making an absolute mockery of our judicial system, and everybody is, I don't want to say embracing, putting up with it. The judge is putting up with it.
Yeah, but I don't know. The clip I saw, the judge was like, you're making me feel very uncomfortable.
The most she's ever done is send him to the neighboring courtroom to watch. Like, if he doesn't stop, she just doesn't charge him with contempt of court. Like, she's pretty patient with this guy. Has given him stuff early that he's demanded, like earlier than she would. You know what I mean? And then he gets.
Is he slow? Is he slow?
I don't. He's got to be, bro. But I mean, he claims
he's
claiming he's a sovereign citizen, which is what most of them do.
Mean?
Sovereign citizen. They're. I mean, I'm not going to give you an exact, but they don't abide by our due process laws. They believe in I think it's the old maritime laws. Am I right about that?
Maritime, when you're
it's
overseas.
It's very
in the seas.
No, it was back when we were sailors and we sailed. There was very limited laws in place, and that's what they go by.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Like the sovereign, no, they never get away with it. There's a million videos on YouTube of them claiming they're sovereign citizens, and they don't roll the window down. And it's always the cop is like, "Come on, bro, it's gonna end bad." And the guy's like, "I'm a sovereign citizen." Usually holds a piece of paper up on the window that says, "I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't answer questions. I'm not driving. What do they say? I'm not driving. I'm not driving on a road which is meant for commercial transport. I'm traveling.
I'm
a traveler, right? That's what they say. And then the cop is usually like, "Look, you're in the state of whatever. You're driving a car in this state. You need a driver's license." And 5 minutes later, they sick a dog on him, smash the window out, drag him out of the car, and go to jail. It always ends that way. You know, but yeah.
So they're giving this guy.
They're giving him a lot of leeway, man. Yeah. And then, I think it's over. I think they gave it. They thought it would take about a week to 2 weeks. I think it took like a month because this guy dragged it out so bad. And I know nearing the end, like he was really pouring on. Like he claimed one of the jurors told him to flip him off. Like he's trying to, every excuse. I would guess for a mistrial is what he's trying for. You know what I mean?
And you said it's over though. So now what? The verdict?
The reason they're either in closing arguments or it's over. I forget. I think it's over, but they might be in closing arguments.
Do you know the outcome?
No verdict yet. But this scumbag sits there. He won't acknowledge his name. If they call him Darryl Brooks, he's like, "Who are you speaking of? I don't know who that is."
Who does he consider himself?
He says sovereign citizens say that is their government name. Like they don't go by a social security number.
Okay, so what does he call himself?
He doesn't. I don't know.
He doesn't.
I've never heard him refer. He just says, "I don't identify that as that name." Is all I've heard him say. I haven't watched it intently, but this, just from what I've seen, little snippets here and there. But keep in mind, the important thing to keep in mind. He's got a record a mile long. He already had. I think he had 10 charges since 1999. One of them was a weapon threatening, couple assault charges. This guy was a bad dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And had a couple not outstanding warrants, but he had a couple charges pending when he did this. Essentially what happened was he had a domestic dispute with a girlfriend, left the scene, I guess she called the cops, whatever, left the scene, and just plowed through a Christmas party.
Yeah, I know.
In Waukesha.
Yeah, right.
Killed 6 people.
That's
ran over an 8-year-old little
Wisconsin?
boy and killed him. Wisconsin. Ran over an
he killed a little boy?
8-year-old little boy.
Killed him?
Yeah. Oh. And 5 other people and injured 60.
Killed 6 people?
Yeah. And injured 60 and then took off running.
I remember hearing this, but I didn't know.
Bro, the guy is an absolute piece of shit, and he gets the right to cross-examine and question people he ran over, their families, the cops. He makes such a mockery of the whole thing. And, I mean, listen, I believe in our judicial system. I believe we all have a fair trial. But at some point, where do you draw the line? You know what I
We're
mean?
gonna go back to constitutional law.
Yeah,
we're not with that. We're in some BS right now. So they say when this
But
transition
that
happens,
that is constitutional law. You got to give this guy the due process. That's
agreed,
why he's even allowed to
agreed.
sit up there like to fucking do that. I'm
right,
sure.
but if you make a mockery of the system, because there are limitations to
I know,
it. You
but-
can't just speak whenever you want, speak
Yeah,
over
right,
people, stand up,
They're
cause
giving him too
scenes,
much slack.
stare.
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
a stare down one time with a judge where he
Yeah,
took
I saw that.
stared her
And
down.
she stopped
said,
it.
She
She
said,
stopped it.
I'm physically scared right now.
Right,
I
that's
have
what I mean.
You can't, there's rules of decorum, right? Rules of decorum. I think that's what they call it. And that you need to abide by. And this guy has just mocked it from beginning to end. And he's a piece of shit that deserves to die in every way. And he sits there with this audacity and zero
So what do you
empathy.
think is going to happen now?
Oh, I think he's going to get charged guilty as hell.
Of what? Of murder?
Yeah,
Three
Yeah,
murder
yeah,
or
yeah.
six
Or
murders?
vehicular manslaughter,
do
whatever
they have the
charge
death
is.
penalty
Yeah.
there?
I don't know. I mean, if anybody deserves it, he deserves it.
I don't know. I don't know
Eight-year-old
how I
little
feel
boy,
about-
bro.
What? No death penalty there.
Oh, I am 100% in support of it. Stop wasting taxpayers' money, bro.
Yeah,
Kill
yeah.
him.
But I wonder. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, dude, like, is it worth? Like, if I was I guess if I was a scumbag that killed somebody, I'd fucking rather be dead instead of living in jail for fucking ever.
Well, he doesn't care.
You know what I mean?
Obviously, he's just mocking the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. So
He's
make him
over sick
so he don't
now.
care. So just put him in one room.
But the,
They
the,
should
Yeah,
make,
you're
it's-
right.
When you
I'm
get
with you
death,
on
when you
that.
get
I
death
get it.
row,
Yeah.
it should be like, all right, you get sentenced to death. Okay, now you're gonna go crazy because they're gonna put you in a room. You don't fucking talk. And they just put food through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, motherfucker. That's how you're gonna die. You're gonna die in your mind.
it's an absolute circus. This whole court case has been an absolute circus with surprises to the whole, even some of the witnesses.
This world's
one,
been a circus,
One guy
bro.
that witnessed
This
it
whole
was like,
world's been a circus.
he was describing what happened, like
Jeez.
witnessing the accident, and he was like, and then I took my jacket off. When I take my jacket off, bad things are about to happen. Meaning he was gonna go like, whoop! I'm watching this and I'm like, this is like a fucking skit on SNL, right? But yeah, insane.
I haven't watched any of it.
Oh, but
but,
they let Ted Bundy parade around a fucking room and do that shit, too.
He actually guilty as fuck, deserves to die, but he actually did a decent job because he was a law student. This guy's
He
a
wasn't a
fucking,
law student, I don't
This
think.
guy,
He wasn't
yes,
a real- no,
yes, he
I don't
was.
think so.
Yes, he was.
I
This
don't
guy
think so.
literally objects to everything they say. That's why it's taking so long.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
the prosecution says, he immediately just says object, object, object. And the judge literally every single question he asks is overruled, overruled,
I'm
overruled,
a
overruled.
courtesy citizen. What is it?
Yeah.
What?
Sovereign citizen.
Sovereign
Yeah,
citizen.
Yeah.
Sovereign citizen.
Every witness, every cop, they'll say, do you recognize the person in the room today that committed this crime? And they're like, yes, he's right there, Darryl Brooks. And he'll say, I don't identify by that name. I don't know who that man is. It's fucking lunacy, bro. It's lunacy.
Remember you were telling me about the people that check the rights by cops, right? Something like that, don't they? You were telling me.
Remind me. I don't know what you mean.
Like a dude was at the Tom's River.
Oh, yeah. No, you're talking about
credit checks.
no,
or
auditors. First Amendment
yeah.
auditors, yeah.
so-
I actually get behind those guys as long as they're respectful. Some of them are absolute dickhead and douchebags, but I follow one guy, I think he's called Long Island Audit, and if you watch like one of his videos, you'd probably say this guy's a douche, but if you watch a bunch of them, he's respectful if he's treated with respect, and I actually I get where they're coming from. Nobody's above the law. These buildings that we pay for, public buildings, post office, government buildings, town offices,
Yeah.
schools, post offices.
Right.
He basically just goes in and starts recording and sees what their reaction is. If they're like, "Hey, sir, can I help you? Do you need something?" He'll usually be like, "No, I'm just here for taking." He'll usually explain it very simply and say, "I'm a journalist collecting content for a story, and I'm just trying to get the layout of the building and figure out what goes on here and what your duties are." Usually that's how he keeps it really simple. And if they're an asshole, like, "Sorry, sir, you can't film in here. You're not allowed to film in here." He's
Then what
right.
does he
He
say?
knows.
But what does he say?
says that's absolutely not true. I'm protected by the First Amendment. We have freedom of press. And they're usually like, "Where's your press badge?" And he's like, "That's a made up thing. There is no such thing. I can go print you one right now off the copier and put it on my chest, but there's no such thing as a press badge." He's very knowledgeable. Some of these guys, I think he maybe does it for the right reason. And you'll run into some police chiefs here and there and some cops here and there that know what he's doing, and some of them don't like it, but they don't want to get trapped up. And some of them respect it, and some of them fucking hate it. You run into all these different types. And I'm sure he's got some lawsuits on his hand, and he's probably made some money from it, although I think he makes the vast majority of his money off YouTube views because he's got millions and millions of views. But I also think there are dudes out there, because this is becoming a pretty popular thing now. He actually, First Amendment audit, actually gets invited to police stations and gives speeches on what he does so that cops don't get into, because some of these end up in huge lawsuits.
Right.
But I do think there's a bunch of them that are probably not that knowledgeable. They know a little bit, and they go out just to cause a fucking problem to get a lawsuit. And those guys are scumbags because it's not a job. You know what I mean? If you're doing it for income, not on YouTube views, because that's obviously...
When he does this and these cops ask him his name, he doesn't give the name, right?
He always says to them, can I get your name and badge number? And sometimes they cover it up, sometimes they won't give it, and then he won't give his. But if they give their name, he always says, oh, hey, my name's Mark. I forget his real name, but let's say he gives his first name, and that's it.
Okay.
And they say, hey, Mark, what's your last name? And he's like, I'd rather not give it. He's pretty respectful if he's treated with respect.
Right. Well, I thought the Tom's River cop handled it well, the second one. Remember that? Did you send me it?
Yeah.
Or I sent you it, remember?
And I saw a guy...
And I thought the guy was being a jerk off, and you explained it to me.
Right. It wasn't Tom's River. Yeah,
and
I remember that one.
One cop was like, yo, no, guess what? No, you can't film, motherfucker. He was like...
I don't think that was First Amendment on it. I think that was this other guy that I followed.
No, not the same guy. I don't think it was the same guy. It was just a guy. And another cop, a senior...
Usually there's a senior cop that
came up and was like, yep, yeah, you're good, buddy. And just kept it moving because he knew,
Yeah. Because they're called common areas, and they're open to the public. And you can film anything you can see in public. Anything.
Police department.
Anything you can see in public. Like if they have paperwork behind the glass,
right,
and you're in a common area,
it's
their responsibility to hide that, not yours.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Not the public's. So I when I first started seeing these videos, I was like, these guys are kind of like dicks. They're kind of like, dude, they're pushing buttons, clear. And then the more I watched it, the more I dug into it, and the more that I really truly believe our rights are being absolutely fucking trampled on in any way, I like the guys that are respectful that do it. I do. I think they're doing a good thing. I think they're protecting our rights. I think I do get behind it. Again, the guys that are respectful.
Yeah.
Not the guys that are fucking just pushing buttons to be a douchebag. I don't get behind that at all, So, yeah. Because, I mean, bro, I'm not big government.
No, I'm down with that.
Government's too big.
I guess it helps keep things in check. At least, but like,
you'd be the first to admit there are some cops that get on power trips. And,
hell yeah,
you know what I mean?
Those are the ones with
they're everywhere. They're everywhere. It's just
Not all.
Not all. Definitely not all.
We definitely support.
I would
the police,
say
for sure.
I would say majority of them are good people. Right?
Yeah.
They're awesome humans.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But there are some dirtbags.
I would not want to be a cop.
Or power trip ones.
No
right?
question. No
Except for
question.
some dirtbag truck drivers.
There's dirtbag everybody.
Doctors,
the difference
everything.
is the position of power they're in makes a big difference.
And
You know what I mean?
supposedly-
I can't do much
Yeah.
as a truck driver.
Yeah.
We haven't been following the Constitution since 1871 anyways.
Go ahead, lay some knowledge on
But
us.
that's the truth.
Wait, what? We said what?
1871.
We haven't
been following the Constitution since he sold out to the Vatican in London.
Drop that on us. I mean, I know a little bit about
wait.
what you're talking
Ulysses
about.
S. Grant was like the last president of the United States, technically.
He only goes up to like
18th.
the 18th president. Yeah,
He's
right?
the 18th,
Right.
and then
I know the theory you're speaking of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So supposedly, like, we have not been following the Constitution since then, since we sold out to the dark entities.
Well, we haven't been again. I'm not saying
is
this
that
is.
like,
I'm
uh,
not saying this is
gold
my
friend?
belief.
dark
but we-
entity? Isn't that like who's the guy? The
It's
He-Man,
the butt baby, the dark
He-Man,
entity.
the He-Man,
Yeah.
What?
the He-Man, Skeletor. No, what?
Skeletor.
the dark entity.
Yeah.
Well, we became what?
But-
What again? The theory, which I believe, I think you
corporation.
believe, we became a corporation.
So
not,
that's a
Guys,
gold
I'm not
fringe.
saying I believe that. That's what I'm
This
saying.
is what this is like a theory out there, right? And the gold fringe around the American flag actually means we sold out to the corporation. That's what that means around the American flag. You ever see that? That's what it means. You see it, it's not. Suppose there's a lot of things that we don't know about the American flag that I learned along this process, and that 1871 we haven't followed the Constitution. We sold out to London and England. Like, I don't think in the Vatican, and we're gonna find out that was a dark entity, right? I don't know. Everything changes.
What's the meaning of the eye on the dollar bill? There's something.
Bro, I didn't really explain anything.
Go ahead.
So
Sorry,
we-
sorry.
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he didn't really explain nothing.
Okay.
And you're talking about the dollar bill.
about
No,
the
no,
1871, how we
because
sold. So that kind of explains it, though, right?
It's all just
18
rambling thoughts there, Frank.
This is true.
No, but 1871, right? We sold out America. So America became bankrupt at that time. So
Okay.
when
Why?
we-
1871. Any reason?
that was the last time we went bankrupt. I forgot the major reason why we did, but you can look it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sometimes asking.
Yeah, no, but that's a good question.
Meaning the value of the dollar.
I'm not the best at like repeating information that I
well, just tell me whatever you know.
It's in my crazy
listen,
brain.
Listen.
But that's what it is.
Your fucking handsome pal,
Our listeners are used to listening to the wrong
I know.
bullshit.
You're right.
They'll be all right.
But so we became bankrupt at that time. The Vatican and London has been here for a long time. These are the secret societies, right? That implemented into America in 1776. They were here. But they were underground during that time. So they rose up 1871. They had the opportunity to make America a corporation and tie it back in with England and the dark entities.
So we had about 100 years as a country.
How did they do that? How did they make this deal? Like through
because they bought in.
But I'm saying how? Like how is it still followed by the next guy and the next guy and the next guy? Is there like a contract?
Well, then we get into like them picking people to be into office, right? From there on out.
So those people since 1870 kind of controlled who was who got to office,
the presidency, and all around the world, not just here, all around the world.
Well, Frankie, what was it you were talking about?
Bilderberg, you ever hear that?
Bilderberg
all
group.
of it. They
is that part of that? Is that
13 bloodlines control the whole world right now, right? This is the end.
Bloodlines?
This is their end of their reign. Darkness is ending right now, and we're in Revelations. It's biblical. It's spiritual.
Okay, the 13 bloodlines, are they all white people?
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
For real?
I honestly, that's a solid question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. But there's a lot more to the African history that we don't even know about, right? Supposedly African Americans were already here on
North America.
North America. They're already here. We didn't bring them over. Like this is what like when you get into the conspiracy side.
Oh, I don't know.
It says like that. They were part of the Indians and Native Americans, and like they were part of that culture.
Since I was a child, history has rewritten itself so many fucking times that even what you're saying now, let's say that what you're saying is the future. I feel like that's going to change, so I don't believe shit. I don't fucking know what to believe.
Oh, we don't.
I don't know what to.
You're
I
so
believe
right.
my reality,
You're
what I
so
can
right.
touch, what I can see, what I can
with
feel,
you.
what I know through my personal experience. Anything beyond that you want to teach me about history is probably going to change in the next 20 years. So why do I even listen
But
to
not
it?
for nothing. I mean,
We're trying to figure
it
out
kind
the
of
truth.
makes sense that black people came from Africa. You go to Africa, it's filled with black
the closer
people.
you are to the equator, the darker you're
That's
probably
what I'm
gonna
saying.
be.
So how are they here?
Conspiracy
Were
side
they-
says this was
no.
ancient Egypt.
What the what?
Like Babylon was here.
Well, in America?
In North America, the pyramids are all around here. Like supposedly this is ancient Egypt too.
Well, I never heard pyramids, but I did read.
Well, there
that
are pyramids
were
in
mounds.
Chichen Itza.
There's the Indians, that are here. The Native Americans that were here centuries ago built these large.
Not too long ago, man.
Sorry,
Think about it.
sorry.
No.
I misspoke. Stop fucking correcting me. You annoy me so bad, bro. Fucking corrects me
You're right, though.
nonstop.
You're actually right.
These pyramid-like mountains, they were made out of dirt, but they were massive, and they were burial grounds, and they also built, you've probably seen them. They do it now with the...
Supposedly not burial
What is
grounds,
the
though.
footage you take that can see through rainforest and stuff, the aerial?
3D or sonar or red. Yeah,
it's
like,
not sonar, but it's got a name. But anyway, Andrew knows it. Snakes. They built large, like out of the earth. They look like snakes, and they would
Canals
usually... No. They were up above. They were built up, not down. They weren't dug.
Okay.
And they're supposedly.
I heard they found with that whatever imaging, building 6 stories tall.
Oh, probably.
Right?
Yeah,
They said no, and they said the Amazon rainforest. They think it's some guy's fucking garden that got out of hand.
Really?
Yes, or maybe not some guy. I mean, being a little, but like maybe a town's culture, a town's garden.
Yeah.
And that got out of hand.
Well, they
That's what I
say
think.
if civilization,
That's interesting.
That's
man,
crazy.
I never
bro.
heard that.
Yeah.
That's the lungs of the earth, Mother Earth, Gaia, right? That's her lungs, they say.
Yeah.
That's where all a lot of oxygen.
Where's
comes
her
from.
guts?
Hell.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised how quickly nature would take over if we were gone. New York City in probably a couple decades would be a fucking forest.
You ever see that show? You ever see that show back in the day? I don't know if it was on Netflix.
No, what are we talking about?
It was called The Hunt 100. It's called 100.
Oh, I heard of that.
I don't know if it was
I've actually
100
seen a
actually.
couple. I've seen,
I don't know if it
the
was
first
100
season.
actually. No,
It is.
I'm thinking of something different though. But it was like that. But it was
the
a
one
show.
with Will Smith where he's hunting.
That's I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a show says 10 years after, like say people are gone, that everything else is here, but people are gone. 10 years, 20 years, and how it breaks down and shit. And New York City, it'd take a while for it to.
Well, I'm saying in 20 years,
20
the
years
roads probably wouldn't be passable. You know what I mean?
I would tell everybody stay out of cities. They're trying to make that's Agenda 21, right? Agenda 30. So there's Agenda 21 and Agenda 30, right? But they want to make smart cities and us rely on just purely them.
I would.
What about Agenda
care.
22 through 29? What are they?
There's an Agenda 21 and Agenda 30.
There's no Agenda 22, 3, 4,
That's
5.
a part of the process in between.
Is there anything? I mean, this has changed a lot for me in the last 20 years. Is there anything for either one of you guys? Oh, Frankie, obviously MSG, but that is appealing to you about the city that you really want to go in and do? There's nothing on my list. My sister got me a Christmas gift for my kids to go in and see a like a play with the kids, a Disney thing with the kids, and I didn't want to tell her. She like got it for me already, and I want dude. I don't want to go. I'll go, but
I want to go.
I can't.
You like to go to the city?
I mean,
like
I don't go often.
There, right?
Visit. I don't go often,
right, so
but if I go, I don't want to go with my
that.
family and shit either. I want to go with my friends.
Right.
I would love to go see comedy here. There's a lot of great comedians right now in New York for out here, and the Comedy Cellar's up there.
I guess maybe I meant it like that with my family. I'd go with you. I'd go with you guys for like
totally
a boys,
different.
but I don't want to take my
it's
family.
It's not safe to bring them there, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't like what it stands for, what it represents anymore.
Me
I
neither.
don't.
100%. What did we learn from 2020? We learned so much. We don't.
Yeah,
want to be
but you
that.
can't. You can't like say what it stands for. This and that. That's like what they're trying to make.
That's what they're trying
stand
to make
for
it.
that.
Yes,
like
I agree.
New York's gonna be New York, bro. New York's gonna fucking battle back, bro. It's New York City, dude. No way.
I believe most of them.
And this guy, bro,
it was a land of mobsters and Frank Sinatra and fucking ain't that now.
Frank Sinatra's from Jersey.
Well, yeah, but he got famous more from performing in New York than New Jersey. But okay.
Okay, but he's from fucking New Jersey.
Never said he was.
Guys.
Never said he was from. Wasn't from New Jersey, pal.
Roger's from Maine.
I consider Jersey and New York is almost the same, man.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. Maine
well, since we're on the subject, right? Since we're on the subject of New York, how about the ruling today that came down from New York Supreme Court?
We know
anybody that was terminated or fired, I guess there's a difference, from
not taking the vaccine
gets
back pay.
Gets back pay and has to be hired back.
Bro, but then let's talk about how many people are dying.
Usually New York is leading edge. Whatever happens, just like with the carry laws, right? Just with the
carry. Oh, carry.
Concealed carry laws.
Carry.
With the concealed carry laws, usually other states follow. Usually Jersey is right behind. Now, obviously, with the carry laws, states are scrambling to do whatever they can do to put so many laws into effect that it's really hard to do that. Those are going to get overturned too. Obviously, it's going to go back.
You could never give up your guns, yeah. That's the craziest shit ever.
Oh, what an amazing thing that is! We
course.
were all our families, people, not ours personally, but people's families
shunned.
Were turned upside down. They were shunned. They were ridiculed. They were fucking. People didn't give a fuck if you lost your job, your way of life, nothing.
Bro.
Now look what happened.
Well, now look what happened. Also, how about fucking our President Biden said today?
He's not the president.
Okay, dude.
Chill.
Okay. The guy.
Your brakes are going to go out on your car, boy.
The guy that everybody in this world says the president of America.
He's not.
He's on TV today saying the people that they're going to die from COVID are people this year are people that are not up to date on their shots. How fucking crazy is that?
We're living in it. Yeah,
and then I seen the White House release an ad saying like it was like a commercial. Get your booster this Halloween so you don't have a spooky Thanksgiving. I'm like, dude, are fucking people really buying into this shit?
They were giving away Krispy Kreme donuts. He gave a speech one time.
Bro, they're giving away weed, bro. They were giving away weed
during hurricane season.
You know,
he said the best thing you can do to protect yourselves from fucking hurricanes is to get vaccinated. Like, bro, it's like a mental illness.
You have to look at this as comical. That's not the president of the United States. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. Everybody thinks I'm crazy.
Listen, I don't think you're crazy. I'm just waiting for the fucking.
It's never happening.
Apple to fall.
Not happening.
When's that gonna happen?
So, illegitimate president has to be in office. I guess this is what I kind of found out. So. Yeah, in order for you to throw a coup, right? Throw a coup, overtake of the government, right?
Yeah.
That's with military. There's a big military operation going on, which will happen with that, and that will take over these dark entities that have been put into place.
Dark entity from
why
1871.
Why has
The 1871 dark entities.
But why is Biden's Island, right? You guys who look this up, right? Biden's Island, right, is right next to Epstein's Island. And who was a submarine pilot?
A submarine pilot? I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking submarine pilot.
Maxwell.
She's a submarine
forth.
pilot.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, it was in the middle of nowhere. Why couldn't they just take a boat?
Yeah.
Why they got to take a submarine?
In the island.
Because it's
I know,
Back
more
and forth
fucking, it's
from
more
Biden's
fucking
island
romantic.
to their island.
Nobody would see them if they just got on a boat with no windows and cruise back and forth. Why they got to go?
Yeah, but they have a submarine port on both of them. That's what I'm trying to say.
So wait. Okay, he's not the president. So then in 2024, what's going to happen?
There is no 2024 election until we get past the 2020 election fraud. I'm telling you right now, there is none.
Okay. So when, if, because
it has to happen before.
Okay, so if there's a fucking election of whatever,
There can't
Trump
be.
versus Biden or DeSantis versus Biden or whoever, Harris, if that happens, and then we have a new president in 2024 or Joe
That
Biden
would
again in
be
2024.
bullshit. That would be bullshit. There's no way. I don't know how this plays the fuck out though.
I know, but I'm saying that won't happen.
It can't. No, there's no way.
That won't happen.
Because so in the court process right now, 2020 election is still in the court process, right? Why is it taking so long? Then I found out it takes 2 years to get an illegitimate president out of office by a coup.
Why? Why 2 years?
I don't. This is what the conspiracy side is saying.
You're talking about just in America because there's been a million coups in different countries that just stir up overnight.
Yeah.
And they
But no, this is for here. We're
Right.
taking back our independence. We're taking back the real Constitution. The 19th president will be sworn into office. 19th.
You do realize, and we
So-
love, this man served our country. He's
I know, I sound so
fully
nuts. I trust-
disabled
yo,
vet,
bro.
got blown up. So
Bro, but-
you do understand that this man did a lot for all of you. So don't judge too hard. But you also
and I love
Jesse, you
America.
also do realize you sound a little nuts, a little bit. You get that,
Bro,
right?
I said no, I sound crazy. I know I sound crazy. I know everything I do. But if I didn't, honestly, I tell Frankie this all the time. If I didn't pray on it and you this, if I didn't pray on it and have my 3 different signs, I would never even I wouldn't be on this route. But I asked for 3 different signs. I had 3 different ones.
Really? Can you talk about those or too
Wait,
personal?
wait, for
I think
all.
I did.
Wait,
Did
for
I ever
this-
say this on
for
the-
this?
ever?
Wait, for this
No.
information that you got, you prayed on it for 3 signs.
I asked about the conspiracy side. If this darkness is really going on with the human trafficking and all the kids, right? And all
Who'd
this-
you ask?
God, when I prayed.
Okay.
But I tapped in by myself and I did 3 separate occasions, right? The first one was all right, so the first one was icing on the cake for me, but now my ears are going crazy right now, ringing. That's nuts, yo. They went nuts. They just did, though, out of nowhere. They always ring. I have tinnitus in my ears, but they always ring, and they actually.
Maybe that's God, bro. Maybe that's God.
It always is. That's your higher self. That's your soul talking to you.
or whatever you were
Or you're
smoking.
going now. No, I didn't smoke yet. But anyways, where was I going with this?
3 signs.
Your
3
signs when you
Oh,
were
the 3
talking to
signs.
God.
Yeah.
When you and Roger snuggled up. In bed.
So I got deep because the conspiracy side is so dark, right? It's so twisted and what do you mean satanic? Worshipers and they're sacrificing kids and drinking their blood and what? That's crazy. You got to be out of your fucking mind. So then I prayed upon it. I'm because I asked God. I'm yo.
When you say prayed upon it, prayed for if
I
if
prayed,
there's truth within it,
I said,
you wanted him to give you a sign.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I asked this, right? I was yo, if God, please tell me, right, if there is any truth to this, or if I'm going down the wrong way and I'm misleading people to believe this, give me a sign. Let me know right now. Then I got really deep. I got open, and I did. And I had the same electrical surge that I had to me in Iraq before I got blown up happened to me during that prayer. Of the electrical surge, it's not the chills. It's 100 times that. And I had that same thing immediately after.
But what made you think that sign meant yes and not no? You asked for a sign either way, right? How do you know how to interpret that?
I asked if it was true.
Oh, okay.
All this stuff is true.
Gotcha.
If everything I'm researching right now, is this the wrong way or am I going the opposite way? So guide me.
So that energy said you are going the right way.
I'm going the right way. So then I prayed upon it again, and I had the massive chills, right? Because I got super open again. And then the last time was the third time I was driving the car, right?
You told me about this when your butthole gaped open.
Oh, God. I did tell you about this. I told both of you. But, a third time, and then what comes on the radio super loud in the middle of my prayer? Journey, don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
I mean, dude,
I mean,
That song gets played fucking. What were you
Yo,
listening to?
but loud,
But
though.
the Rat,
But
95.9
loud.
The Rat, that's
But
on
loud.
fucking rotation, my
but
man.
loud. So the volume was down when I was in my car when I was saying my prayer.
Oh, it just
And
turned
that
up?
came on loud.
It's turned up, man. Well, I don't know.
So you tell me. I don't know. And I told God after that when I'm like, I'm done asking you questions. I'll lead by the light. I'll follow the light, and I'll follow you.
Well, listen, what you say in some ways, because I do think evil runs amok. No
That's what
question.
we're in. We're in spiritual
But it's also
warfare.
scary what you're talking about, because it's sort of Armageddon is what you're talking about, and then
But no.
we, I got children walking around.
Apocalypse. That's what the
Yeah, that's Armageddon, right?
No. So the apocalypse, Greek terminology, right, means the lifting of the veil. That's what apocalypse means in the Greek, right? And who translated the Bible back in the day was the Greeks, and that's why we get a lot of our terminology from the Greeks.
I know, but basically, I think I'm a good
So it
human.
means truth.
Mostly, I think I've made
I think
mistakes.
all
but
my friends
I think
are.
my kids
All
are
my
good
friends
humans
are.
that don't know evil yet. And I think we're destined for a better place, but I'm not
really?
ready to go there yet. So when's I know you can't give dates and times and all that, but I still
No.
We're all going.
No.
I want to fix this
Listen,
earth
the date is
before I
fucking
give up on it.
2024,
I
my
want to
man.
fix it.
If
I don't want to give up
listen,
on it yet.
Listen, the date's 2024 at least. Maybe if it's sooner, then he's right.
But
if it's 2024,
Well, you stopped predicting
and-
dates, remember?
No. This is
did.
it. This is the fucking deadline.
because you can't
This
have
is the
another
deadline.
presidency. You can't.
They-
you can't-
number 19.
Okay,
We're not a 46. Number 19.
We all know that election was stolen in 2020. It was a landslide the other way. It was a landslide.
Well, I mean, listen.
I would say 90.
We're going to
90
get fucking shadow banned here,
no,
but
but that's just the
certainly
truth.
a lot of people
this
think
is
that.
just the truth.
Yeah.
And all my friends, and that's what I was going to say, like, there's so many good souls on this earth. Yes, there's shitty people here, but majority of the people in my network's fucking huge are good humans that are willing to make this transformation. We're going to sin, right? Because that's like, we're in a 3D reality right now. Of course, there's going to be sin.
But we're changing world,
We're
bro.
changing.
I'm saying I'm
Completely.
personally not ready for that, because I believe that we have to fight a good fight on this earth to save our earth
That's
and
what
our
we're doing
beliefs
right now.
and our constitutional rights. And I'm not, honestly, I keep saying this world, I'm really not that worried about the rest of the world.
I am.
I'm really not.
I'm worried about all
I mean,
humanity.
I'm
We're all
not,
the
because
same.
we have a hard enough time.
He's worried about the
We have a hard
fairies,
enough time
the
saving
gnomes,
ourselves.
The
Right.
trolls.
Gnomes.
Are they all good people, fairies,
Yeah, there
trolls?
are. Yeah, I'm sure there's good and evil on both sides, but like they so
Are trolls and gnomes and fairies evil?
no.
Or they're good?
I think there's some good reptilians. They say supposedly.
Who's a reptilian? Do we know any? Can we call them
Like
out?
the shapeshifters. I don't know. Like every ancient tradition, right? Like that's kind of like was it say he was in. I don't even want to go down this route. Don't make me go down because I'll sound even more crazier.
You've already listen. People love you, bro. The girls love you.
Yeah, but
you
they
got
go-
6-pack, a lot of tattoos,
Oh,
blue
bro.
eyes. But they all think you're a crazy motherfucker.
I definitely am. I just want every human to tap into like themselves, right? The power within themselves.
Roger would like to tap into some
What?
humans.
This guy. Oh shit, man.
Male or female?
I mean, listen, you do see glimmers of change, right? I mean, you do. I think what was done to us, people that are like-minded like us during COVID
2020.
for a couple years.
20
really,
Like
especially-
mine, you're
2020
fucking crazy too.
No, 2020
No,
vision
no,
though.
that
2020
believe
vision.
that
That's
we
what
all
happened.
have our basic
In 2020.
dignities and rights that were robbed from us. Today, something happened with that. Something good. Something on our side.
100%.
What, the New York thing?
Yes, that proves that we weren't fucking crazy.
They played the fucking world.
Yeah.
They played the world. They didn't play us, right? And a lot of our friends, thank God. But they played the world. There's still people to this day shopping with mask on, driving with mask on by themselves.
I almost feel bad for.
I
those
pray
people.
for them. I don't
My
make
initial
fun of
reaction.
anybody
My initial
anymore.
reaction is judgmental, of course,
I
and I
pray
never
for
cause
them.
a scene. I never say anything. I never make anybody feel bad. That's not what I'm. Not what I'm here to do.
shouldn't.
I don't. I would never do that. But so I'm judgmental at first. I'm under my breath. I'm like fucking idiot, and then I feel bad because they're
of course.
easily manipulated, completely mind controlled.
But those are the people going to stay in the old earth.
Those are the people that I'll take advantage of when the apocalypse happens.
Yeah. It's not happening. It just means lifting of the veil. All truth must be revealed. That's what apocalypse means in the Greek terminology. And the spiritual side says the golden age of life, the age of Aquarius, is the age of fucking truth, the age of information.
We may
get all of
have
this.
a slightly different perspective, Frankie and I, than you do. because you don't have kids. You know, like I feel like you're ready for that to happen and you want that to happen. I'm not ready for that, not because I don't think I'm going to a better place and not because I'm not a God-fearing man, not because I don't want to give up on this earth yet.
I know,
no,
but
we're still
listen,
here.
But
That's what I mean by
his ending's good, bro. We're good on his ending.
Bro, it's heaven. It's heaven on earth.
See?
That's what we're bringing.
Yeah, but it's a different dimension, right?
No, it's here. On this physical realm, we get to
his endings are
we
cool,
get to
man.
keep
His
our
endings are good,
avatar.
though.
Bro, we get to keep our avatar. We turn, instead of a carbon-based body, right, which we're mostly of, we're gonna go crystalline-based body, which is more angelic. But we keep the avatar, and we evolve into this like spiritual super being that we're supposed to be.
Really?
Always meant to be. And supposedly the whole universe is fucking watching us right now. Because we're a TV show on this evolution
Truman Show
of planet Earth. Probably, I don't even know if this is a flat Earth or not. I question that nowadays.
Bro,
have you dived into that fucking crazy shit?
I love Bryce, Thug Nasty
Shit.
Bryce. What's his name? Mitchell. I love Bryce Mitchell. I just love him as a fighter. I think he's a phenom of a fighter. I love that he's not money hungry. He gives away. He hasn't even made that much money, but he gives it away. Lives on a farm. Lives in a trailer, I think, on a farm. Lives the simplest existence ever. I love his demeanor. I love his. I just love everything about this guy. But bro, he's a flat earther 100%. And he wants to debate Joe Rogan. He wants to debate Joe Rogan on, and I think Joe Rogan used to be a flat earther. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I believe he used to be.
I'm telling you right now.
I don't know if he used to be because Eddie Bravo, I think, used to be.
So maybe not.
Or
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
Eddie
I'm wrong.
Bravo,
I don't want to
boy.
misquote. I think Joe Rogan thought that we didn't land on the moon, and now he does. Maybe that's what it was, because there was something he
Bro,
talks
the
about.
moon's inside the firmament. Yo, the Bible talks about the firmament.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but it does, though.
But what's the firmament?
That's the layer around us. And then it gets so crazy.
So the stars that we see are in our layer?
Why, if we're spinning, and you know the trajectory that we're spinning on a slight little tilt to planet Earth at 600 and it goes 666, right?
Yeah.
That's the numbers in it.
I don't know about that, but go
it
ahead.
is. Yeah, look it up. So the Earth's trajectory, right, it is 666, and it's like 660,000 or something like that.
The speed at which we're traveling through the universe.
We're traveling, but all the stars and everything stay the same.
Right.
And we're traveling billions of miles a year. But we don't everything.
But doesn't the universe move too
with us?
Yeah.
You think we're spinning that fucking fast?
I mean, maybe, why?
Okay.
I mean, listen. If we're
Guys are making my brain hurt.
If we're spinning that fucking fast, it's so crazy. That's such a crazy thing to wrap your head on. Maybe everything's spinning that fucking fast. You know what I mean? I don't know. How is that crazier? Is that a crazier concept?
No, that's a logical
You know what I'm
answer.
saying?
Beyond
logical
what my
answer.
mind can process, to be honest.
Oh, I mean, we're not really going that far.
What about the moon and the sun?
Go ahead.
So recently, right, within the summer, you see the moon and the sun in the same sky.
Okay.
It's always supposed to be opposite.
No, why?
That's night and day.
No, I think it's something, dude. What do you mean?
So if the sun,
Dude,
right
you're
there,
wrong. The
during
moon and the sun are
daytime-
always up. Listen,
I was gonna say, you say it all the
it's
time.
fucking night in Australia and day in over here, and then vice versa. You know what I mean? So
the moon should
they're
be on
up.
the opposite side of the world. That's how it goes.
Yeah, but I know, but they might be up.
But why would they be in
Why
the
can't you
same
see them at the
sky?
same time? Because, dude.
This is
That's
yeah.
that's
You
an
guys-
interesting question though, right?
Nah, I'm sure. Honestly, no, because people would talk about it if it wasn't
Supposedly
an
Neil-
easy answer for
Well,
that.
listen, can I? Because I'm a simpleton. Go ahead, Frankie. I'm not that intelligent. If the Earth is flat, then there's the edge of an Earth somewhere. No.
Yeah.
How come it's never been discovered?
Well,
Is this Antarctica? We're gonna go into this.
So, all right, so we go past the walls of Antarctica that go all around. Supposedly, these walls go all around planet Earth.
I mean, listen.
where's the other side of it then?
So-
when I flew.
This whole other
I
world
flew
there.
to Asia one way. I flew to Asia another way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have done it. I mean, unless the thing that they're showing me when I'm on the screen is some bullshit. I went in two different directions and ended up kind of in the same spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I'm not a flat earther, so I believe that.
I mean, I don't know.
to be
I mean, listen.
accurate, but
I actually question the shit out of it now. And
Even Bryce Mitchell was saying some stuff. They say, it makes you say,
he talks
It
about,
makes you think.
talks
This is
about
my
density instead of gravity. Like,
I get
things
that.
fall because they're dense, not because there's this imaginary thing called gravity, right?
I know, but I don't know if that's true. Again, because like I said, do you fucking
Yo, Sips has also
what's
predicted.
denser? What's denser?
You.
Wait, no, give me me. Give me me. Give me me.
Oh yeah, you got an action figure.
Yeah,
What? Who's got an action figure out
All
there?
right, here we go. Look, this
give you a little
this is
tutorial.
definitely denser, right? This is metal.
Yep.
This is denser than plastic. Correct. It's gonna fall at the same fucking rate, right?
Well, I don't know if that's true because doesn't
What
it?
do you mean? Listen, tall guy, drop it at the same fucking
Wait,
time.
listen. If you dropped it from 30,000 feet, doesn't mass, size, shape, and density all come into play as to how fast it can fall?
Yeah, bro, because you fall faster to skydive than normal people. That's a proven fact. You flew 160. Regular speed is 120.
But I'm saying, doesn't density, shape, size?
I think when the wind is involved from a like
No,
a
even if
high
wind
point?
is involved. Let's say you can't put it in a vacuum because
Well,
then you're
yeah, no,
then you're
if
removing.
wind is
oxygen.
involved. Then
But
yes.
you're saying
So
right
no.
here, right?
Right here, bro. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, do it right here. I know what you're saying.
from 2 feet. It's not going to change much. No, one hit before the other.
You're right. Nah,
What?
I mean, it kind of dropped the same. One hand could have been higher than the other.
I believe you, bud. I believe you.
true. Bro, they do it in fucking in science class and shit.
No, but I'm saying in terminal velocity we're hitting, though. That's different.
Yeah, no.
Terminal velocity is different from this gravity point right here, 100%.
All right. You hear the term terminal velocity, and again, I'm not that bright, but you hear the term terminal velocity all the time, which is the max speed, the max rate at which something can fall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everything has a terminal velocity. Now, if I fall in the shape of a fucking spear,
Well, no,
pointed,
now you're at
and
200 something.
and you fall,
All right, listen.
just balled up. Let's say aren't we going to fall at different speeds? So where is terminal velocity in that?
Okay, listen. Ready?
Belly
That
speed.
comes down to-
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I Googled, do all things fall at the same rate?
Okay.
As such, all objects fall at the same rate regardless of their mass, because the 9.8 nkg gravitational field at Earth's surface causes a 9.8 m/s/x acceleration of any object placed there. We often call this ratio the acceleration of gravity. So everything falls at the same rate, even accelerates at the same rate. So yeah, I'm right again.
But what
You know
he's
what-
saying,
I don't know
so
if-
right?
but listen,
So,
but listen,
let
sitting
me
next to a
explain
narcissist.
this though. Let me explain this though.
But listen, but I don't know if that makes Bryce Mitchell's point invalid though. You know what I'm saying? Because
It would.
I
He's
know.
saying
What
there's no such thing as gravity, and you just
Well,
cited
I'm
an
using-
exact gravitational fact.
Well, I don't know if that's
It's
but yeah, if it's true, right?
Well, it sounds like you're a believer
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and a narcissist.
the thing did. Yeah. Do heavier object? No. Nope.
I fall at different rates of skydiving. There's all different rates of fall.
Because that's
Belly,
yes, because you're
120.
taking up more. That's
Isn't that what I just
More
said? Though?
space,
yes.
It depends on how you
Yeah,
fall.
that's wind, bro. Like wind. I'm telling you. Like here's not
But you
really
just
wind.
I think
Oh,
it's
you
surface
just-
area, not wind.
You're just
surface
talking
area.
about this
Yeah,
side,
maybe
right?
surface area, whatever, yeah. Mhm.
The gravity
Surface area.
measured on the ground.
Yeah.
Type of deal. All right, yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah,
Fun little facts.
I'll tell you what. I had a busy day today.
Talk to me, Goose. You're pretty much full blown fight camp now.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
100%.
I'm
This
fucking
guy
2.5
grinds.
weeks out, really.
Yeah,
You know?
true. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, this morning I went and trained at Catone Sparred. Got a couple dudes. Corey brought a couple of the kids up from Indiana. Gave me some
really?
work. Real good guys. Gave me great looks. You know.
One of them had a fingernail.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Could
It's
have.
like a cat jumped on your face.
Yeah. Could
Go
have been
ahead. Sorry.
anybody. I trained.
I interrupted you.
I sparred a bunch of people. But yeah, this one kid specifically. And then the UFC like countdown or whatever you call it was in town, so I had to film with them. I did like a little interview afterwards. Came home, ate, showered real quick, jumped, went to the eye doctor, got my eyes checked for the fight. And bro, speaking of masks, I walk in. It's all old people, right? All old people. The door's open, but like it's like propped open, and I could see on the doors says mask, must wear a mask. But I figured I didn't have one anyway, so I just walk in and I figured they're gonna be like, oh, here's a mask, and I would have put it on, whatever. I'm doing this fucking, I gotta do it. So I walk in and everyone's wearing a mask, even behind the thing. I'm like, hey, she's like, oh, hey, Frankie, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, it's the same address. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay, sit down. We'll come get you. So I sat there. I fucking didn't put a mask on. You know what I mean? I didn't have one.
not.
I didn't even have one. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And all these old people are kind of giving me looks and stuff a little bit. So I go in the back. I do the first part of the eye test. The lady, you know, super nice. Everyone was great. Everyone was nice, you know, super nice. This and that. I go back out still not wearing a mask, okay? Because then I dilated my eyes. She's like, okay, go out for 10 minutes. Let this medicine work, whatever. Let your eyes dilate. So I'm sitting there and I hear one nurse, which I didn't see her before. She's like, oh, he needs a mask. And I'm like,
There's always one.
I'm like,
There's always a fucking Nazi.
but not really. She was actually she was a very nice girl. But I'm like, so I didn't say nothing. I didn't even look her away. And I'm starting to get dilated anyway. You know what I mean? And then she comes out. She's like, oh, let me see your eyes. She's like, oh, okay, you're ready. She's like, oh. So I'm like, all right, you know. Then she comes back. She has a mask. She's like, oh, puts on. I'm like, okay, whatever. So walking back, she's like, you know, I don't really care. So I don't really care, you know. She's like, but the one guy had his mask. I told the guy to put his mask up, and he said, well, what about that guy? He's like, shake, but I don't really care. I'm like, well, then why'd you tell the guy to pull his mask up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she was cool. But I'm saying, yeah. So whatever. It's kind of funny. Didn't make any sense. Like cause we were talking before. Like, if do you wear? I was talking to my cousin because he had to go to some place. And he's like, somewhere a mask. Like, do you wear a mask everywhere you go? If you don't, then it doesn't make sense wearing one here.
If they're not wearing N95s, and every time they take it down or go to the bathroom, wash their hands, they're not changing it, or they leave the office, they go to Target,
I'll tell you what,
they take it off, then it serves no fucking perfect.
I'll tell you what, though, there was several people in there with N95s on.
Okay.
They're older. I think like older people are scared.
Fair.
I think they're scared.
Fair.
But I almost don't even know if they should be scared. But
Bro, no.
after having all this, after it's everybody exposed to it. So yeah,
They played the world.
Yeah. And then I left there, went to Mark's, train with Mark's. The film crew was filming. I had to do some dumb shit in the woods. Shadow boxing in the woods.
Oh, really?
Do a fake run for it. Yeah, so and it's funny because like. I've been with these guys for fucking years.
Yeah.
Same camera guy has been showing up for years. The same producer guy,
Which makes it more comfortable, I'm sure.
No, yeah, it's cool. I know these guys, and yeah. They're it's wild. It's the last one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's wild. It's the last one.
I know I said this before, and I'm sure you are, bro, but if you can, drink it in, bro.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been saying.
You know
That's what I've been saying.
Drink it in. Enjoy
Like
it.
even today, like I'm up in the fucking woods. I'm like, I want to get the fuck out of here, But I'm like, you know what, man?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna miss this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You are, bro. You definitely
Bro,
are.
you train like a beast. I don't think people realize that. Twice a day still at your age. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
You still go, you still hammer down. And I'm an athlete, right? I consider myself an athlete. And some of the workouts I did with you recently, I'm like, bro, I woke up super sore the next day. I'm like, damn, doing that twice a day, continue to do that for, 16 years now, right?
Did you see?
Well, I mean, 17 fighting, but
17
fuck.
fighting years.
It's been
Yeah,
almost 30 years, dude. Almost
And then
30.
plus wrestling, though, and all
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
That's a fighting
I've been
sport.
I've been chasing greatness and glory since I was 13, bro.
And you don't dethrottle. When you're in your camps, you're full throttle.
Marky
Oh,
Lee
yeah.
posted a cool post. I reposted it today.
yeah, it's dope.
16 years, 5,761 days, 823 weeks, 189 months, 497,750,400 seconds, 8,295, 840 minutes, and 264 hours. Plus, you have some records in the UFC. You have, I believe, nobody's beat you yet, right? Most time in the arena, most fight time in the arena. I think you're number 2 for most strikes thrown at you and kicks thrown at you. Like
2, 3.
2, 3.
Something like that.
Bro,
Oh, most strikes at me? Yeah. 2, yeah, something like that. And I have like
I
the
said
most
that. I
significant
said most
I've-
hit, and you said no. Thrown at me doesn't mean they hit.
No.
But listen,
No, I'm saying I also have the most significant. Like I'm top 3 or 5
Oh, are you
most
really?
significant strikes. Yeah,
bro. I mean, that's fucking.
I think I'm top
a
2,
lot,
top
dude.
3 and
That's your
takedowns.
whole goddamn life, bro. That's insane.
Legendary.
It's
Yeah.
your whole life.
It's legendary.
Yeah.
I think you fucking got an action figure made out of him.
But how
What I
cool-
told you before, how cool that was.
How cool and how amazing and how special is it that it goes down pretty much? I mean, I guess you could have been at maybe the Prudential Center and in what is that, Newark?
But yeah,
it's
but-
pretty cool that you're pretty much in your backyard, Madison Square Garden.
You know what's even cool? And I just fucking realized. I was just thinking of it just before. Bro, my first fucking fight, my first MMA fight
New York.
was in the Bronx,
That's right.
in New York.
That's right.
At unsanctioned underground, in
Underground.
New York underground.
Did you
In-
break something in that fight?
My face,
Your
yeah.
face, yeah.
Jerome's boxing gym.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And now I'm finishing it, just
Pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
Pretty fucking
kind of
cool.
wild. kind of wild.
It's epic. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
No,
The
fuck
dude
yeah,
never
man.
gets emotional, but I hope when Rogan's interviewing you or, you know, Cormier, whoever's in the ring with you, I hope you just take a minute and look around and you just get a moment to fucking just and bask in it, bro.
Yeah, no, I will definitely. Yeah, I always, whenever I'm in the octagon, usually I get in the octagon the day of the fight. I mean, COVID fucked that up, but I had a routine. Like I would go do a run through in the octagon the day of the fight, like in the morning. You know, and I would go and I would always like just take the arena in. Because when you're at the fight, it's hard to fucking take it in. Because you don't want to. To me, like you want to feel familiar. When you walk into a place, you want to be like, I've been here before. You know. So I would always try to take it, and I would try to imagine. Okay, my you know, people are sitting here. My coaches are sitting there. These are going to be here. You know, you got to imagine all these things. So you know, you're ready for that. So
the visualization is important, bro.
yeah, kinda. I guess it's a form of visualization. I'm not like one of those guys. Like I remember one time they made us do that in college of wrestling. Okay, guys, we're all going to visualize. Lay down.
I'm not like that either, bro.
I was fucking making jokes and
I'm
shit the
not
whole
like that
time.
either.
I'm just not that guy.
You caught me. It's a form of it. Your way.
No,
your
it
way
is.
of doing it.
It is. Now, honestly, there are, and I realized I do it, but not in that way. Like
Not in
honestly,
that way,
like you
yeah.
know, a good way of visualization is like, what am I going to say to John Anik or Joe Rogan or you know, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
Oh heck
That's
yeah.
a good way to say. Okay,
Yep.
you mean if you're talking to him, you won. You know, that's a good
Yep.
visualization.
Yep.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Put your feelings and emotion behind it, and that's it right there.
Well,
Yeah.
visualize it, pal, because you're definitely going to be talking to him. So
100%.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Man. Hell yeah. I feel.
I've actually never been to a UFC fight, and I got to go. That's why I was going to hit you up and
Well,
ask you.
I looked into tickets early, and they were. I hear they're coming down.
Yeah, they are.
And they
right?
were stupid expensive, and I don't
Yeah.
want to be in the nosebleeds. If I'm going to see Frankie fight, I don't want
So
to sit
they're
in the
coming
nosebleeds.
down now?
I don't want
So
to either.
well, you told me they're coming down. Somebody else told me they're coming down. But Frazier called me this morning. It's like, bro, we got to get to this fight. I was like, bro, have you seen fucking Frazier? Got more money than all of us put together, but he's like, I ain't spending that much money. I'm gonna make some calls. You in? I was like, yeah, man. You fucking like if you can make it reasonable, I'm in. You know, so. He's making some calls, so we'll see. I want to be there for sure. I definitely
What
wanna
sucked
be
is
there.
I got on a card late, and usually they give you like a discounted ticket window, and then I missed it. You know what I mean?
Well, you're on the main card though. That's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, heck
yeah.
yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man. So we'll see if Big Fraze comes through.
I saw him today at
Did
the
ya?
gym. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was there dropping his son off.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say working out. That
No,
boy,
no.
you don't like to work
But
out.
I do. I was like, kidding. I'm like, yo, no. You know what I said? You know what I said?
What?
I said, hey, yo, Spadia's warming up in the back.
That's fucking great, man. That's fucking great. Yeah, Bill Spadio, New Jersey 101.5. Obviously, very talks about politics most of the time, local politics, Jersey politics.
Yeah.
But there was a local matter to do with the school board and the budget or whatever that I guess the Frankie and Todd and Bill had a little back and
I
forth.
didn't even, honestly, bro, this was before COVID and shit, right? This was a while ago. This was before anything. So, like, I really didn't know politics much at all.
Right.
You know, and I just seen Todd arguing with some dude, and, you know, the dude had followers and shit. So I'm like, I didn't even know what it was about. You know what I mean? Todd's my boy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, who's this clown? Telling him he's not allowed back in Tom's River anymore. You know, just fucking around. And then he writes back, you know, about the issue, because it was about the issue.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know you. You don't know me. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it was more
But,
near and dear to you guys' hearts because it was a local issue.
Well, yeah.
With
I guess
the
what
local
I
school
found- yeah,
board.
right.
He's all about the state of New Jersey. He's on New Jersey 101.5.
I kinda-
very knowledgeable
yeah,
guy. I
yeah,
listen to him a lot.
I
Most
think
of the time, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they made me pick between Todd and Bill, I would have sided with Todd too. But I do agree with him most of the time, and I
Yeah, and I think he's fighting for our
he
kids.
fights for
and
our
all
kids
that.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Todd's my boy. I would have had to, I didn't see it going down. I didn't even know it was going down, but that was years ago, I think, right?
Yeah, that was a while
yeah.
ago. But yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't, whatever that was
Right,
about. I don't know about Todd, but
Yeah.
I did go to Todd's little fundraiser for Field of Dreams.
It was a comedy show, right?
It was. I didn't stay for the comedy show because I had to get back. But I did a little meet and greet and stuff.
Yeah.
Hanging out with some people.
Yeah, you got to say, there's people that make it big and are blessed, and they don't do a lot. Todd always gives back, bro. He always does.
Absolutely.
He's always
man.
doing something for the community.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
He's great.
He's
for
a good
that.
soul.
Good dude.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
That's how most of us should be, right?
Yep.
You know, give back more
Yeah.
if you can. Even like a small act of kindness, though. Not even
Sure,
money.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
little things.
I think giving back is good. I mean, I do a lot of shit. I do a lot of shit. I try to do a lot of shit. Locally,
I'm
especially.
definitely not bloated in any way. Certainly not on Todd's level. I mean, he deserves every bit of it. But I do what I can. I'm blessed with
I don't
a big
think Todd really.
with
I
a
mean,
big
you know,
social media following,
Yeah.
and anything I can do. Today, I don't know if you saw it. I posted on somebody DM me. Don't have no clue who they are. They're from Massachusetts. There's a 12-year-old little girl that's been missing for like 4 days. She said, "Hey Roger, I know a lot of times, would you mind posting?" I said, "Hell yeah, put you know what I mean? What if I can help with I was giving them big following for doing nothing. Why wouldn't I try to use it for some good? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Agreed.
something like that. Jeez.
I'm with you. Yeah, we have a human trafficking issue. And
Yeah.
like that's the scary part. I know. I get back into this, but like that's the truth though. We do though.
Yeah, no, there's
Every major city in the US does. We're the third largest in the world. We're the third largest hub.
yeah.
America. That's crazy. No?
I mean, I don't know. Is it real?
We talked about some numbers once on this show that were astronomical.
Yeah, but
like
remember they say how many people get returned
Correct.
now.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah, yeah.
But that astronomical number is how many people go missing every year. A lot of those people either want to stay missing or they show up at a later date and time, and that number obviously gets fluctuated. Listen,
Agreed.
is there
They say
a
most
major issue? Yes.
Yeah, but most kidnappings are like a fight between a ex-husband and a wife, and the
You're
husband
right.
takes
I've
the
heard
kids,
that.
and they say, and it's not really kidnapping.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
That's
The
what they
husband's
say.
taking
That's
the
when they
kid.
say like that's why the numbers are astronomical, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually heard the same.
Yeah.
But we do have we're the third largest in the world though for a hub.
Yeah, well,
Here.
it's a numbers game, dude. We're the fucking one of the biggest countries in the world,
Yeah, it's crazy though.
right?
Here's just a just a question for you guys both that just keep it light, nothing too heavy here, but just a hypothetical. How do you guys feel? No, I won't put you in the situation, but if a girl gets pregnant, let's say from a one night stand, whatever, gets pregnant, wants to keep the baby, do you think that man that got her pregnant is obligated, because he obviously has no say in what she does, is he obligated to pay child support for the next 18 years?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
You do.
I would say
It
so.
sucks, well, but you know.
Yeah, because
Why?
even if he didn't
can
want
you walk
it,
me through your mindset? Because I'm a little conflicted. I don't know where I stand on that.
He fucking chose to have sex.
So did
I'm
she.
protected.
Right, whatever. So did she.
I'm protected.
Either or.
But he has
And-
no say. Do you see, though, this is why I'm conflicted. The choice there is for them both to have sex and be irresponsible together, yet she doesn't consult him in any way for the decision of what to do with the child. It's solely her decision.
What do you mean? What the decision should be? You're saying because if they're gonna have like he should be able to say, "Gotta fucking kill it."
Well, I'm not saying from my personal perspective because I'm not pro-abortion.
I'm not saying
I'm
that.
not but I'm just saying
that. But that is what kind of
that
you're
is an
saying
option.
He should have that choice. Say he wants to kill
No,
it,
I'm
you're
saying there's two decisions that were made, right? And he's only part of one of them.
I know where you're coming from, but yeah, I think the guy should still.
I'm not real. I mean, what? I don't know, man. No, I think it's.
But he's like, no, he's right because they made a decision to have sex together unprotected, right?
Okay.
They both did, and then something happened. She got pregnant.
Yeah,
She's
but
the only one-
you say
she's
you're
the only one making the decision.
I know, but you're sitting there.
Not me. You keep saying you.
Yes, you are though.
Not me. I'm just
He's
giving a
making the
hypothetical.
argument. He's
I
making the
know,
argument.
but you're saying you're conflicted, right? You're conflicted on it. 'Cause
No,
you,
not
are
me
you not?
personally. I would
Oh,
have
no.
the kids.
Oh, no, I know, but you're
I'm not,
saying
I'm
on
not
the
randomly
on the law
knocking
of
up
it, though.
chicks. I'm saying the availability is here in the United
He's
States.
saying that's an argument.
Things are changing a little bit, but there's still the availability. It's available. It is legal to have an abortion in the United States if a woman wants to have it. Okay, so let me flip the script on you, Frankie. Let's say you get a girl pregnant.
Yeah.
You really want to have that chick. She doesn't give a fuck what you say. She goes out and has an abortion. There's the opposite of the situation.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
That's
mean,
okay by you because it's.
I still think
in both
I'm gonna say yeah.
in both scenarios, it's 100% her decision.
Yes.
Okay, and you're cool. Okay,
Because
I was just picking the brain.
she's the
Because
one
like
who-
yo, she's the one that's
giving
got to
birth.
carry the
Right,
fucking thing. And do
no
all that
question
stuff,
the
you know what I mean?
physicality of it, but
Yeah.
the next 18 years,
Hey, well, you had
financially.
that's. Give me that nut. Hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta fucking, you know what I mean?
so what you're saying is be extremely fucking careful.
And like, yo, I got kids, man. Like that could be dummies,
Right,
maybe. Who
right,
knows?
right,
You know.
right,
So like, yeah, I mean,
I'm
fuck.
not saying I disagree with you in any way. I was just
Yeah.
curious your perspective.
I get what he's saying is because the girl carries it.
Okay.
It's
Just curious. Where you
this
guys
is a tough, like, that's a tough combo.
Yeah.
Honestly, on the abortion
I
part.
mean, I don't think she should be able to. I feel like it's. I don't think any. In that relationship. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think anybody should say, "I'm killing it." That's my thing.
For me personally, I can never do that.
But I'm saying, like, if she has that right to do it, you know what I mean? And again,
I know people that had that done and it crushed them.
Yeah, dude.
On such a spiritual level. But they weren't even ready for it. There was a bunch of other.
Are you over it, Raj? Not yet.
Fucking idiot.
You had that when you had that butt baby.
You beat me to it.
God.
You beat me to it.
That butt baby?
I was just gonna say, don't abort my butt baby. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. Random fucking thoughts.
No, I like it.
Well,
That's a tough combo.
That is a tough combo. But I'm glad I don't have a vagina.
Oh, Frankie, since we were just talking fighting, and did you watch the fights this weekend? Even if you didn't, weigh in on it.
No, I didn't.
So what are your thoughts on the Aljamain Sterling TJ Dillashaw fight, which potentially looked like that was going to be an amazing fight? But TJ Dillashaw pops his shoulder out in the first probably 10 seconds of that fight, early in the first round. Really is a one-arm fighter after that and couldn't do anything. I mean, you're fighting a top-tier fighter like Aljamain Sterling, but he knew this thing was out. He knew like 6 weeks ago, during his fight camp.
16 weeks ago.
He knew that it popped out often. Sometimes he could get it back in, sometimes he couldn't, and he still... And not only him, where does the responsibility lie? Does it go as deep as his team? Is his team, because they all knew about it, and he held up the division. There was no way he was ever going to win that fight ever. How TJ Dillashaw he was already very discredited for his steroid use. Does he tarnish himself even more for doing that? I think so. What do you think, Frankie?
I think this. He shouldn't. I mean, if he knew, he didn't hit fucking pads all week, and he was doing this. Couldn't hit pads the night of the fight. Like, he knew that shit was gonna happen. So I don't know why he fucking fought, unless he needed a check,
right.
Which is understandable. I mean, this is how you fucking feed your family.
Well, don't you think that could be the only reason?
That may be the only reason.
Got to be the only reason.
That should be the only reason.
Should be.
If he did it for, I don't know, unless he's delusional. Some people are delusional. Maybe he's delusional. He thought, hey, maybe I can catch him with my left hand or some shit or whatever, my right hand, whatever it was. Maybe.
Right.
But other than that, or he's just a narcissist and don't give a fuck anybody but himself.
Well, even if I would, and I agree with you, the only reason he should do it is for his family. He needs a paycheck.
Right.
He's willing to be frowned upon and take that look and and disappoint everybody. He's willing to do that, but even doing it for that reason, it still tarnishes him more. I mean, he's never going to be.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck that.
Oh, I think so.
No, when you need money for your family, you do what you got to do.
I think he lost the respect of a lot of fighters that were already struggling to respect him because of the steroid issue.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen,
if
you're hard up for fucking money, you're gonna do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, but he still. Yeah, I mean, he was surviving. He survived for 2 years.
I mean, I'm sure. I don't know if that's the case. We don't even know if that's the case. Obviously,
they would have. At some point, he would have got that fight, or he would have fought. Okay, but he would have fought somebody else and still got a paycheck.
Yes,
he just needed to heal.
You don't know. We don't know.
16 weeks, bro. He could have had the surgery and already been on the mend. You know what I mean?
No.
You said 16 weeks, and I think I heard that too.
No, he said it's been bugging him for 16 weeks.
I thought he said popped out the first time, 16 weeks.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like I don't know if you automatically get a surgery for that.
Well. So your answer is what? You think it tarnishes his, I don't want to say legacy because I'm not even sure he's that status yet, but think it tarnishes his fight career even more, or you're okay with it because he did it for a paycheck for his family and there's bigger honor in that than taking the loss?
I'm just saying I get it for that reason. If we don't even know that's the reason,
right?
That
would be the only reason it's acceptable to you, though.
Yeah, I think acceptable. Whatever. I'm no. Who the fuck am I? He can do whatever he wants.
You're my fucking
no, but I'm
partner
saying,
down here, buddy.
No, but I'm saying, but I could. He could do whatever he wants. He's got to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as an outsider looking in, as a fan of the sport, yeah, I think you shouldn't have fought, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
But again, if you're fucking hard out for cash, your family needs money. I understand it.
I remember you told me I don't know, a while ago that you would have paid him $1,500 for a blowjob. So why didn't you just
Paid who $1,500?
Dillashaw?
Dillashaw?
You said he was cute. All right, so listen, we were just talking about
No, don't go. Like, you fucking talk about fights and then you get off the fights. Where are you gonna go? Where you gonna go? Fucking politics again?
Listen, you ain't brought a subject up yet. What do you want to talk about?
What do you mean I ain't brought a subject?
Go ahead. What do you
I'm
want
the
to
one
talk about?
fucking.
What do you want to talk
I'm the
about?
glue holding this shit together.
What do you want to talk about, pal? Go, you're up.
How about the rest of the fucking fights?
Okay, sure.
Wait, come on, tell me.
Give
we
me
actually
some.
watched them together.
We did. So go ahead. Hit me with another. Which one do you want to talk about?
You didn't see him?
No, I did. I found out they were on 2:00 our time.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Peter Yan and O'Malley. What do you think of that?
Thought it
give
was-
me your analysis.
Going into that fight, I was clearly picking Jan. I thought the competitive level that he had stepped up to, O'Malley had stepped up to, was just too high for him. I was really, really impressed with how O'Malley fought. I thought he fought really well. Obviously, a lot of takedowns. I thought that was the biggest separation between the two of them. There was 6 takedowns to none. I think O'Malley was outstriking him, which is why Jan went to the takedowns. But in my mind, there was no maybe O'Malley won 1 round, maybe. But I think no question in my mind, Jan won that fight. And
Yeah.
I don't think even in my mind where Jan had won, it did not hurt O'Malley's stock at all. That guy fought really, really well. I just don't think he won.
Yeah, he answered a lot of questions.
Yep.
You know, I think for a lot of people. But yeah, I do think he, I don't want to say he got a gift, but in a way, you know, I don't think he won that fight. He definitely impressed. Although the striking, he was only like had 15 more strikes. It wasn't
It
like
looked more, but it wasn't that many more.
It wasn't. But the reason it looked more is I think what would hurt Peter Yan is he covered up way too much, you know, and he was just, you know, he was defending kind of, but you're covering up, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
You don't look as active, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, he does that because he baits guys to comes with, you know, that overhand, or, you know, right or left.
Right.
But yeah, the controls. He had like 5 minutes and 50 seconds of control, and
But for that level of competition, wouldn't you agree that O'Malley looked really good?
yeah, dude, he's a player, bro. He's a player.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna, you know, he's a guy that can compete with some of the best, you know, for sure.
And
listen, he's gonna get better.
Yeah.
He's gonna get better. And I'll tell you what, if I was Aljamain Sterling, that's the guy I'd be fighting right now, because I think that's matchup for Aljamain is actually really good. I think, listen, Sugar Sean, he could fucking catch him on his feet maybe, but I have a feeling Aljamain takes him down, submits him.
Yep.
Right now. A
Yep.
couple years, who knows?
Who knows?
Right now, I think that's the fight he wants. But I hear Cejudo is coming back
That's
fighting.
what I heard,
I
too,
think
yeah.
in February. So that's and I bet you O'Malley waits and fights the winner. You know, I wouldn't be surprised because they probably want O'Malley
Yeah.
against one of them.
That's going to be O'Malley is what, 6 feet tall? How tall is
No.
Cejudo? He's
No.
not 6 feet?
No.
Really?
No. Yeah, he's just everyone else is just pretty short. He's like 5'10", maybe 5'11". So I guess that's pretty damn close to 6 feet. I'm like no. How tall is he? Come on. It's up there, right, bro? This guy.
I'm just curious,
Go,
bro.
go.
You love
Hit it.
5'11", bro.
Wow,
He's
okay.
fucking right there, dude.
Wow.
He's right there.
He's a tall boy.
And Cejudo is, bro, what, 5'5"? He's short, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I feel tall around him.
There's a huge difference there. Now, listen, no shit talking with Cejudo's ability. That dude is. He
So what do you
pushes it
think,
crazy.
Cejudo and Aljo?
I mean, because I haven't seen, I immediately want to say Aljo because I haven't seen Cejudo fight in so long. But I mean, if you go back and you watch his fights, I mean, he's a whole fucking level above everybody, bro. So
And
I don't know.
I think too, it's just the fact that, you know, he was beating people with strikes, and right, he was knocking people out pretty much, and
Olympic wrestler, right?
oh well, yeah,
World class,
gold medals.
Yeah. And that's where
that's where Aljamain's great. So like that's what I mean.
It's
That's
gonna be
a
great.
bad matchup.
I want to see those guys go to the mat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I don't know if he takes I don't know if he takes Cejudo down in order to get to the mat.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I wonder if Cejudo would take him down. I think Cejudo would probably just keep it standing.
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, but that's a great fight. I think that's in February.
Yep. I read that too somewhere. I don't think it's official, but it's like
It's like they're working on it.
they're working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they're working out contracts and money. And Cejudo's been gone how long? And here the big question is, has he been staying active? Has he been, you know, has
I'm
he
sure.
been sitting on the
I'm
couch?
sure.
Like,
yeah, but yeah, and he had to go back into the testing pool.
right.
You know, so I'm sure.
Now, why do guys pull themselves out of the testing pool? Like, there's big talks about Connor hasn't been in the testing pool
Well,
in years.
yeah, that's kind of.
But why do people pull themselves? You never pull yourself out, right? You've had some pretty big. What was his last gap? How much time out?
Oh, for Connor?
Yeah. No. How much time did you just sit out?
Oh well, I mean, I fought a year apart.
Yeah, a year. So, and you stay in the pool, right? You sit in
Yeah,
the pool.
well, okay, listen.
Why do people pull out?
Well, I think Cejudo pulled out because he retired.
Okay.
You know, and then in order to go back in, he had to go in the testing pool for 6 months.
Right.
So the reason, like, say people wanted to pull, which I mean, they only pull it out. Why are you pulling out? I mean, you want to be. If you retire, I understand. If you don't, I don't want people to knock on my door anymore. Fuck out of here. But if you're gonna fight a year later. Right, and you pull out. Listen,
right.
you pull out. You're doing it to do something.
Well, no, you're really only pulling out 6 months because then you got to be back in.
Well, yeah, but say you pull out for like a year,
Right.
2 years.
My point. Are people
You're
doing it?
Yeah, I would imagine that.
I mean,
what is the reason?
That's. I wanted to
What
hear
is the
you say
reason?
it because you're a
Yeah,
fighter.
I don't know. What is the reason?
McGregor looks like he's running some gear.
He definitely
It
does.
looks like he's running some gear, bro.
He's pretty yoked up, bro.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only reason you do it.
Yeah, that's. I wanted to see if that was your take on it. Yeah,
I would think.
I would
right?
think. I would think. I mean, the retirement thing does make sense, but everybody says they're retiring and comes back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think Cejudo was out for he was out for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, he really retired.
Yeah.
I mean, he was always game. I mean, dude, he did. He did the 6 months. Right? And do I think he was doing steroids in between? No, I don't. I don't think he was.
No.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, I see. In the McGregor thing, they said he'll have to do 6 months of USADA testing unless he gets an exemption.
What does that mean?
You can file they're called like I don't know. Well, I don't know for in that case, but I'm assuming you just get an exemption, like you're saying like an excuse, like don't worry for this reason. But you can also get there are like therapy exemptions you can get. I think.
Can you And I know you're gonna say, "What do I fucking know about it?" But you obviously know more than Jesse and I do. Give us whatever knowledge you have. When Brock Lesnar came back to fight Mark Hunt, right? He did not have to enter that 6 month USADA pool, right?
I don't know the exact story.
He popped obviously
Right.
after the fight. He popped in his post fight test or whatever.
Right.
Popped for it. Mark Hunt actually sued the UFC, which
Right.
I don't know if that was settled out of court. I think that did get settled in some way.
That camera's blinking pretty furiously.
I think he got paid. How is that allowed to happen? Like if everybody has to be in that USADA pool, we just talked about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Connor's got to be in
know.
for 6 months. Henry's got to be. I saw Dana himself say if Connor comes back, he's got to do the USADA pool for 6 months. So how does Brock sneak past it? How does he get around it?
I have no idea. Money talks. I
Dana
guess.
White privilege.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's Dana White. I mean, that sounds fishy.
Did it die or was it dying?
I think the card's full.
Oh. Did we lose much? How long was that blinking for?
It was just rapid recently, I think.
No, it's probably just cut it off.
Oh, cool. All right.
Keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that sounds a little fishy,
Yeah.
especially when you look the part.
Right.
I mean, he broke his shit in half, and you take. I mean, does that think that makes you heal better? Probably.
What?
Whatever he's on, if he's on something, probably makes his leg heal better.
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of like amino acids and stuff like BPC 157 and TB 500 is like Wolverine healing, but it's amino acids, not a steroid.
No,
Kinda what
BP 57 I think is a peptide.
Well, peptide is what I meant.
Yeah.
What did I say? Amino acid is a peptide. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, but I know a peptide is like the precursor to growth and stuff. I think it's like precursor to stuff.
So, Frankie obviously watched it together. Did you watch the fights?
No.
Main card, Charles Oliveira versus Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Did that go the way you thought it would go? I picked Oliveira. You picked Islam. Obviously, you won. But did it go pretty much how you thought it was going to go?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. Yes, I didn't know it was going to go that. I mean, Islam did say second round submission.
Right.
He said it. The first round was pretty competitive, right? Or if I can recall.
Yeah. I think the first round was
Competitive.
pretty competitive.
I mean, he took him down.
And when
still,
he got him in
took
that,
him down.
when he got
took him down.
Oliveira,
Actually, no, he took him down. Yeah, he took him down in the first round. It was competitive until he took him down. He took him down and held him down, and was kind of all over him. And then the second round, he rocked him and then followed him down. Yeah, he's legit, bro.
I was surprised how easily he got into side. It seemed like Oliveira quit to me. I don't know. I'm not a fighter, but
I mean,
he
I
got
don't
inside
want to say he
control.
quit, but I feel like, listen, he just got rocked too, so you got to keep that in mind, right? He's rocked,
Right.
so you don't know how his reaction time is at the moment anyway. But you know damn well Islam's hunting for a head and arm, and you kind of had your elbow up. Like he just didn't have the urgency to let me get this down. And I don't know, was that quitting? I mean, I don't know if we call it quitting, but he was pretty banged up at the moment, and Islam jumped all over it.
Yep. He Nurmagomedov had three champs there, right? Benel Dariush won. He won. Who was the other guy that won? That's under
What? Who?
3 fights that night. 3 guys that fight under Khabib.
Khabib. Oh, well, train with Khabib. Yeah. Islam.
Benel, not Benel. Sorry.
Bilal.
Oh, that's what I meant. Jeez, I couldn't think of it.
His cousin.
Right, and his cousin.
Yeah. 3 guys.
It
Yeah.
was tough to see Brady lose like that. Brady really was getting picked apart on his feet. Bilal looked really, really good.
He's pushed the pace.
He did, man. I feel bad for Brady. I mean, Bilal's a super nice guy, and I'm hats
they're
off.
both great
hats
guys.
off
man.
to Bilal,
it's
man.
the
He's a
name-
great
It's the name
victory,
of the game. You know,
It is.
It's
It
no,
is.
Brady, dude. Brady's
Were they both
watch.
undefeated?
Brady's already in the
Bilal
gym.
and me, right?
Brady already took a picture
Is he?
back to the ground. He's a fucking animal,
He
bro.
is an animal,
He's gonna figure it out.
He
He'll
will.
figure it out.
He
This
will.
might be the best thing for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, yo, you're in the driver's seat. You don't lose. You're in the driver's seat. Everything's going smooth. You think this and that. Boom, you lose, and you start looking around like, oh shit, maybe I need. What do I? It depends. Some people like to point fingers and stuff like that. That's a good time to look in the mirror and be like, what do I got to do? You know?
Oliveira was a good example of that, bro. He took some losses,
Yeah.
and then look at him. He was pretty dominant champ for a long time up until this.
But what's
fight.
crazy is Brady trains like a fucking animal
He
from what I
does.
hear. So
Yeah.
it's not like he's lacking
Right.
effort or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe he's got to switch up a couple. It's just dude, it's experience. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And sometimes you taste that defeat, and you're like, fuck,
Get
it
hungry.
sets a fire under your ass.
Right. Right. Yep.
It's happened to you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Took an L.
Caitlin
And I bounced
Chukagian,
right back.
obviously, our girl lost.
Yeah, that was, super close fight.
It was a close
super
fight.
close fight. They were very evenly paired. I thought she did a good job. No one really, no one won that fight, really. You know what I mean? Like, she lost, but that girl really didn't win.
Right.
It wasn't
French girl. Not a lot of French fighters.
no. I mean, there's a couple.
Couple, yeah.
But Caitlin's a beast, dude. Honestly, she's been on top for fucking ever. She's one of the most consistent people in my gym. Her and Corey, and it shows. Both of them are super successful. I mean, dude, that was a
fights
razor
often.
thin. It was a razor thin fight, but she's literally been the second best fighter in the UFC for fucking how many years now?
Yeah. When she fought Valentina, was that a title shot?
Yep.
Yeah, it was, right? Yeah.
Valentina had the belt.
Yeah. Yeah, phenom fighter. Local Long Island girl. We've had her on the show. She's got her own podcast, Burning the Boats.
Burning boats.
Burning Boats, baby. Last thing we can wrap up, guys.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you want to stay down here forever. Usually we wrap up about this time. You say you're
I'm
tired.
playing,
you
bro.
fucking-
I'm playing, dude. I'm playing, man.
I doing a podcast with this guy, bro. Obviously,
Roger's putting us to bed.
obviously, we got local elections coming up, right around the corner, November 8th, right?
But what are? Oh yeah, right.
Midterms, right?
Yeah.
Locally, do you vote locally for your
Yeah,
local?
of course. Well, only until 2016 I started really voting.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a lot of great
Options?
I don't think. We have Chris Smith, right, running as the Republican
That
candidate.
he's been
41 years.
yeah, he's
been in.
longer than I've been
Crazy.
alive.
Yep. I don't know if I'm sure some people would pin him or peg him a rhino. I don't know, how if he is, I guess completely because he is pro-choice. There's some things about him. He says he supports the Second Amendment. There's some things about him, but then he the January 6th thing, I believe he supported the witch hunts, all that stuff. But so my point is, this is what we got, right? We got Chris Smith running as a Republican. We got Matthew Jenkins running as a Democrat, which I don't know anything about him, but probably not voting for that guy. And then we got Jason Cullen, who's a Libertarian, who I don't know a lot. I've read his website, what he stands for, but I mean, the dude's probably got no shot in the world at winning. So what do you do? That's my question. What do you do? Who do you vote for?
We do another January 6th.
Nah, let all.
But then listen, then there's a guy running. There's a guy running, right? The candidate, his name is David Schmidt, and he's running under, his affiliate that he's running under, his affiliation rather, is We the People. So I saw that and I was like, Jesus, that sounds like that's right up my alley. Let me research this. Maybe he doesn't even have a picture, bro. That's how. So I research it. I research it, and I research him because I'm like, We the People. He's probably a constitutionalist. He's probably, bro. I can find zero information, about this guy. Nothing. It's like he doesn't even exist. Yeah.
No Facebook, no Instagram, no
I can find nothing on this guy. Nothing.
That's so shady. No, what I saw, it's like
he's just doing it to get out of work.
We gotta let all the smaller shit go right now till the major shit gets handled. Excuse me.
So wait, we got it's pretty much 23, right? For a couple months of 23.
Yep.
And 24 is right after that.
Yep.
And that's where we're gonna get all our answers. Because
I say lot. No, not all.
The next year,
right?
Because otherwise we're gonna be in a new election year.
Yep.
So, not next year. Yeah, by next year.
By what are you talking about?
23, 24 of November. 24 of November. So 2 years really.
Yeah, but they start. When do they start?
Campaigning.
When does presidential campaigning starts? Usually starts
like in the summer. That summer, or even a year before.
Yeah, I thought like a year before.
The summer of the year before.
You start seeing
the summer of the year before. So pretty much
town hall.
This summer shit. This summer.
Yeah.
I mean, so you got a fucking year for something to happen for the 19th president to get sworn in.
I'm telling you. Oh, there's also that guy. So I found this out recently. I didn't really know this, but his son Barron Trump, right, wrote The Last President. I've talked about this on the show before, right, in the 1800s about the last president, kind of things that are going on right now, but they call him Saint Germain. You ever heard of Saint Germain?
Jackson?
No, he's lived for a long time. He's a spiritual guy, kind of like
Jermaine Jackson.
No, Saint Germain. It's kind of like a Jesus, type of dude. That goes. He's lived multiple different past lives.
So wait. I'm sorry, I came in late. What is the connection with
what
Saint Germain and Baron Trump? What's the connection?
They're saying that's him.
Is it reincarnation?
Yeah.
Oh, Baron Trump's reincarnated Jeremy Jackson.
Yeah.
Jermaine Jackson.
Saint Germain. I don't know who Jeremy Jackson is.
Jermaine Jackson.
I don't even know who that is.
That's the dad, right?
Jermaine Dupree.
Isn't that the dad? Isn't that Jackson's dad? Jermaine Jackson was
Oh,
the dad, right?
No,
or is he one of the brothers?
No, not Jermaine. The dad's name
Joe
was,
Jackson. Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, but Jermaine was one of the brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
One of the
Saint
Jackson
Germain.
5.
People will know what that means.
No,
in the spiritual
fucking
realm.
Honestly, bro, listen. Every time you're on the show and you go off your fucking rocker,
I know.
people are like, "Bro, this guy's spot on."
Yeah.
And other people are like, "He's crazy as shit."
That's who's listening to us.
Yeah. There's a lot of comments that say, "Bro, Jesse, he's so well researched. He knows his shit." Fucking Team Jesse,
I'm telling you.
You also get people that think you're fucking batshit crazy and you need
cool
medicine.
with that.
But
That's all good. I gotta let all that go. Try to care less what people really think. You know what I mean?
You gotta let go, let live, right?
I probably try.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards, baby.
I did
T-shirt,
that.
$19.99 if you want to buy a T-shirt.
You don't even do them anymore.
No, I just did that one run. They actually did really well. Sold a shitload of them. Yeah.
It's a good message.
Yep.
100%.
Did you say you wore every single one you sold?
No, I signed them, bud. I signed them.
You signed them. You should. You should do. You should get a stamp.
Stamp them?
And stamp them.
Yeah. Fellas, when are we gonna? Obviously, Frankie's got a fight coming up. Can't do it after his fight. But when are we
It's
hiking?
only
Mount
2.5 weeks away, bro.
Mount Tammany. When are we hiking?
Oh, we gotta
Let's go after that.
Let's go.
I gotta go. I'm going to Germany. I think. I believe after that. After
you?
the fight, the weekend after my fight.
To open another UFC gym.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck
not.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be an
Part of it.
ambassador.
There you go.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's what's up.
Dog
Ever
of
been?
shame,
Ever-
baby.
Dog
Dog
of shame.
of shame.
Ever been to Germany?
No.
No?
Never have. Have you?
I've been.
I have.
A long time ago.
When?
When I was in high school.
Wow.
When my dad took me
You're
for
traveled. You're well traveled, bro.
graduation.
Even
Yeah, been a little bit.
Yeah, look at you.
We've traveled to some of the same areas. South Korea.
Yeah.
I went to.
Yeah.
I went over to North Korea for a little bit and just checked it out. But South Korea's Good food in South Korea. But anyway, I went to Munich when I was 18. My dad took me over there. We actually stayed in Austria, but Europe's so small. You take a bus and trains and
boom,
boom,
there.
you're right there.
Yeah.
So we ended up in Munich and did a day in Germany. It was cool. I don't remember a lot of it because I was drinking heavily over there because you could drink.
Yeah, the Steins.
You could
right?
drink at 18. Well, we weren't there for like Oktoberfest.
drink at 41?
It was crazy. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna be fucking getting bratwurst and shit.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I've never been there. Stopped over there, Frankfurt. Just at the airport, though.
I landed in
Where's
Frankfurt.
the base? There's a base in Germany. Is that Frankfurt? I think Frankfurt.
Yeah,
right?
I think it is Frankfurt, actually. Yeah.
I was thinking of cities. I'm like Frankfurt, Berlin, Munich,
Hamburg.
Hamburg. Do you know any German words?
I do not. My mom is.
Dankeschön, no? Isn't that thank you?
Is that a song?
I think it's Dutch. Means thank
Dankeschön.
you.
No, but it's Dutch and
Thank
German
you,
the
right?
same shit, no? Very similar, I believe. Probably not the same shit.
I am Dutch and German, and I can't even tell you. My dad's side's Dutch. My
I
mom's
used to
side's
think
German.
I was German, and I'm fucking not. I'm all Italian. I'm 70% Italian.
Are you?
Yeah, pretty much. 70% Italian, and I got like some English and Irish and Scottish. I think, and some other Middle Eastern shit.
You put one of them black butt babies.
It's funny,
in,
bro.
You'll be
It's
1%
funny
black.
because my stepdad Frank, he used to bust my balls because you're an Edgar
Metagon. You're Metagon.
Yeah. We did the 23andMe. I'm more Italian than that motherfucker.
You turn around and say you're fucking Metagon. Bro, that's like a big insult. Like if you call, like what? Don't they say people from Sicily aren't like real Italians, right?
Oh, I don't know
So
about that.
North Italian is more Italian. Don't they like frown on people from Sicily?
that I have no
Sicily's
idea.
like the boot, isn't it?
Sicily's the ball. It's the island.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think Sicily is like Italians over here, like New York Italians, up north Italians. Like if you're from Sicily, they judge a little.
No, I think Sicily's the gangsters. They're mostly the
Skin complexion.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because of the country.
south. Yeah, but Naples is south too. Kind of. Not really. That's most south, but it's considered. I think most of the mafia is from Sicily and Naples.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's it, bro. All right. Well, you just want to put us to bed.
I know you're training, bro. I know. So that was a good little go, man. Thank you for
was.
coming in, Jesse.
Yeah,
Always
Jess.
a pleasure.
Yeah,
anything
100%.
anything you
Send it
got
in.
going on? Anything you talk about your charity a little bit? Your team Fight for Flight?
Oh, yeah.
You're on a team now, right?
I'm on a skydiving team.
Yeah. What's the name of your team?
CK Syndicates from Skydive Cross Skis. I had a competition about a month ago in Chicago, competing in mixed formation skydiving, which is
Pretty wild. How many people on your team? Like how many people you jump with?
there's two different teams, same team though. So it's like two people are paired together doing tricks and combos in the air together, and I film.
Okay.
And the same thing with the other team. There's
Alright.
two, and then
And they
another
got
guy
film.
films.
Okay.
Yeah. Over at Skydive Cross Skis.
So all right. So I'm just asking about when you do these competitions, you're filming. They watch your film to judge the competition.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And you have to
So that matters. Like the angles. If you fuck up your angles, they're not even seeing what they did.
Yeah, and I have fucked up angles, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
bust for points. They don't get the points
Right.
because of me. But it's tough. Like we were talking about, like the fall rate, right? So you fly in your belly 120 miles an hour, and now you're gonna go to vertical, standing up, or going head down. Now you're going 150 plus, right, to like 200 you can get to, maybe even above that sometimes. But most of the time, it's probably like I would say 150 to 190 ish. Is that
Where's
fall
your
rate.
camera?
It's on the top of my head.
All right. So you have to point it at them.
It's zeroed in with like a sight picture.
Okay. So it's yeah. Okay. Right,
Yep. So and then they judge it off of that.
Right.
It's just you know what it is. It's super cool. It's fun. You get to help other skydivers out at the drop zone too. On top of that, it's besides competition and all that. So it's a good
Yeah.
mentorship for down there, and then helping out the veterans out there, right? Veteran skydiving, getting some to get licensed now and stuff like that. Getting more involved because it's actually hard to get veterans to go up on a skydive. Believe it or
That's
not.
wild. Yeah.
No, not a lot of people like.
They like it, yeah.
When push comes to shove,
You'll do something, but you don't want to do it.
is always something that happens kind of right around when it's about the time to go
Can you
skydiving.
a legitimate question? Can you take a vet with a prosthesis up, and
Yeah.
do they wear it or they take it off?
Rory went. You take
right,
it off.
Right. I forgot.
You
Rory
just take it
went.
off.
Yeah.
It can't be too high though, because you got to be able to fit in the harness.
Oh, right.
So your amputation got to kind of be like somewhat. It can't be at the groin area.
Okay.
Because you got to be able to fit in the harness, though.
Yeah.
But yes, they do.
I gotcha.
Yeah. I actually jumped with
You-
a guy out there. He was a W amputee, right? On the skydive.
So Lieutenant Dan could do it, right?
Yeah,
Right?
he could because he had the nubs.
Yeah.
He definitely could. But he lost his leg on a skydive when his parachute opened up.
Oh, wait. I just thought you said that you can't wear it.
No, well, he had his on. You can. This is actual professional skydiver. So he had him on, and so the whole jumpsuit doesn't cover it. Fell off during opening and into like a farm field.
Never found it.
I don't know. I helped him search and
Isn't
find
that
for
aren't
it.
those things like fucking?
I would have put a tracker in it because that thing's like 10 grand.
I was gonna say, isn't it like 10, 15 grand for that thing?
It's like losing your
Bro,
real leg.
I'm like, I found that
Think
out.
about it. Yeah, think about it. For him, it's like losing your real leg
Yeah.
all over again.
He had a backup, thank God. But like they
How did he
say,
lose his legs?
they
No,
actually, I asked him. We went out to dinner with him and his wife, and he lost it during a skydiving accident. His canopy collapsed, and he smashed the ground. And I gauged off of like when I asked a question, how the reaction was, right? Because I can gauge that, and like it was very touchy, so I didn't dive into it. I didn't want to ask more questions.
Yeah, I hear you.
'Cause you can just kind of feel the vibe of it, right?
Yeah.
You got to get Derek Carver to go up with it. He's such an interesting.
Oh, he wants to.
He's such an interesting dude.
I'm
bro.
actually-
we got to get him on the show.
His
Now, all
boy.
Sorry.
No.
All these guys have done it before in the military, though, right?
No.
No.
Only airborne. No. So
Really?
like
So
airborne.
you
in
didn't
mine-
do it?
I did, but like that mine was different. Mine was static line jumps. That's not free fall.
Yeah.
You jump out
And your
your
parachute
goes
goes
right,
away.
right.
Yeah.
You're in a round parachute, right? Only honestly, special ops do that,
Mm.
and they do the high altitude. It's Halo
How
School. 35. Some do it up to I think like 35,000 feet.
But it's, most people do 30, right?
Oxygen mask. and
No.
everything.
No, what do people do?
No.
14.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 13.5. You know,
Yeah.
but
30 is like jetliners and shit.
Yeah, you got to be on oxygen. to do it.
Exactly. Anything above 16 grand,
That's Mount Everest.
you got to be in oxygen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I felt it before, seeing like stores and stuff, like because some drop zones like Skydive Arizona is above sea level, so we went up to I think like 15 at one point, but that was actually 17.5, and I felt so lightheaded. I'm like, oh man, this is gnarly.
yeah. Shit.
You want to pass out, and
You
you,
know-
want to be like, oh, like I can't, you know.
Can't pass out.
No, you can just keep breathing. It
think-
always goes back to
I
breath.
think most people that lose limbs in the military obviously are due to either stepping on, probably more so driving over IEDs, right?
yeah.
And getting blown up.
Yep.
Usually
100%.
Humvees, maybe whatever, personalized, whatever they call them, personnel carrier or whatever they call them. Derek's is unique because he actually got shot by a fucking RPG and it hit him in the leg. and-
What?
yeah, his is a little neat. His story's a little. He'll talk about it. He doesn't talk about it often, but he told me the story. He said he would do our show, talk about it. He was in the area a lot. He was dating a girl from the area. He's in Texas now and doesn't get up this way a lot. We could have him on Zoom, I guess, but very, very interesting guy, isn't he? Is he not a fucking
Oh, he's a
interesting
great
dude?
dude.
But, yeah,
very,
you got-
he's very intellectual too, though. Super
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know,
Roger's
like
gonna scare him away.
I got shot with a fucking and said it happened in slow motion. Saw the guy stand up. You know, he was point man or whatever you call. I don't know military, but he was the
Point man sounds right.
point guy, right? Saw this guy stand up, and he said it was like slow motion. You know, fucking stands up and fucking fires the thing, and it just comes barreling at him. And he said next thing you know, he was 20 feet up in the fucking air, looking down at the rest of his guys spinning in a circle. It's like I shouldn't be telling it. We'll have him tell it one day.
Yeah.
But how crazy is that, bro?
Wow. That's fucking
Wild,
sheesh.
right?
a miracle is still alive.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Good dude, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Man,
Mm.
that would suck.
Yep.
All right, boys.
Good go, fellas.
Yes.
Wow, we're in the 10 o'clock zone.
Told you, you got to get to bed,
Oh,
pal.
no,
See?
no,
I'll take care of you, buddy. I got you.
Almost past my bedtime.
All right,
100%.
gentlemen. Champ of the Tramp out. Guys, listen, do not forget. Please, helps us out. We appreciate it. Frankie's retiring. He needs extra income somehow. Come on, this guy, he's got kids to feed. Follow us. Twitter, Instagram. Definitely follow us on. We are now on, well, Frankie's on Grindr. Follow him on there. No, I'm kidding. We're on Rumble now. Would appreciate getting our views up there. Instagram, what am I forgetting, Frankie? TikTok. We're on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. 2 years.
MySpace.
not on MySpace. Been doing this a couple years now. We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep bringing you content every week. Thank you much.